It's on. You're here. You made it. It's day 5 of the World Para Athletics Championships Dubai 2019 from the Dubai Club for People of Determination in the east of the city. And have we got a show for you tonight? 14 gold medals down for decision. That is a lovely sunset here this evening. It's been warm all day, a little bit windy, and at times it's been a little bit wet as well, but if you were watching earlier, you know all about that. As usual, we're starting with 3 field event finals: women's javelin F46, men's discus F56, and the women's shot put F32. But lots of finals coming up. The men's 1500 meters T54, 11 in it because of a big crash earlier. Marcel Hoog in that, and the defending champion we'll be watching out for as well, Rawat Tana. And we go on, the women's 400 meters T38, Kadina Cox in that, already a world champion in cycling. Weather conditions 28 Celsius. Beautiful night. Low humidity, but it is quite windy, and that'll have an effect on the long jump, and we've got one of those again this evening. Athletes being introduced with the javelin, discus and shot put, and it's the first of those that's coming up now. So very good evening from Will Downing, and hello to a now fully dried off Tolson Tollett.
Good evening, Will. Good evening, everyone. It is going to be an absolute cracker tonight. The field action getting underway with the women's javelin throw F46, but there is some stupendously good events on the track as well. The men's T54, 1500 meters, along with the women's version as well. Looking forward to seeing Amara Duran as well. But here, Noël Roorda of the Netherlands is the first of 15 who are taking place in the F46 women's javelin throw. Spaskivska of Ukraine. Sashka Skohlov of Serbia. Lifetime best set for her this year, 35.99. Ergasheva of Uzbekistan will go fourth. And from Egypt, Aya Ahmed. Just 18 years of age. She hasn't turned 19 until next month. Holly Robinson, the New Zealander, who is the world record holder, set earlier this year, 45.73. So she is going to be one of the gold medal contenders. Obviously, Bukova of Algeria, somewhat further down as far as throwing goes, about 13 meters behind Robinson's best.
Representing Grenada.
Of Grenada is Shona Charles. Her lifetime best set this year of 30.33 meters. Mariam Ahmadi of Bahrain is next. She's been already competing in these championships, so she'll go again this time in the javelin throw. F46 for upper limbs affected by limb deficiency. Mariam Amatroushi, one of the home favourites from the UAE. And here's someone you may know, Holly Arnold of Great Britain. Championship record set in London 2 years ago, over 43 metres on that occasion. She's actually bettered it since to 44.43. Next to her is Maria Gil of Venezuela. 3 more to be announced. Katarina Picard of Poland. She'll be one to look out for as well. 41.15, her lifetime best. Yeji Hang of China, also over the 40-metre mark, 41.97. And from India, last but not least, Nagarani Shanmugam. So the introductions have been concluded. They'll get themselves organised.
We'll go forward to rounds 4, 5 and 6.
They'll go through with 3 throws until we whittle the field down. That lady there, Holly Robinson of New Zealand, she'll be trying to emulate what Lisa Adams did in the shot put yesterday. So 14 gold medals to be given out in this evening session on day 5. We are halfway through the 2019 World Para Athletics Championships here in Dubai. Discus throw, men's F56 and also the women's shot put F32, which is a seated category, is also going to be underway all around the same time. And then we will head to the track for the semi-finals in the women's 100 metres T11, the complete visual impairment. That will be the first track action of this evening session.
Current first, ranked number 4 in the world, representing United Arab Emirates.
Popular event this, both with the amount of athletes in it and also with those watching on.
So let's kick off then with the Netherlands and the 19-year-old Noël Ruarda. And if you think she's young, we've got someone even younger coming up in a few moments. 38.06, a lifetime best from earlier this year. Holly Robinson will be 6th to throw for New Zealand. Holly Arnold 11th for Great Britain. It's definitely an event to keep your eyes on tonight. We've got high jump action coming on as well, the men's T64. Well, that's a belting start, close to a lifetime best. 37.79. I remember Ronald Hertog was a champion javelin thrower not very long ago, and now he's a world champion on the track. So even younger, a month younger than Noël Ruarda, is Maria Spativskaya in the curiously yellow and black Ukraine singlet. F46, the single amputee arm category. Her lifetime best is 29.94. Top 8, remember, get to throw all the way through.
6 throws. One competitor at a time for all 6 throws.
That's knocking around her lifetime best, but maybe not much beyond that. It's a nice temperate evening in Dubai, very pleasant. Temperature in the low 20s Celsius. Well, a lifetime best going into this 29.94. She's produced something fantastic there. She's managed to get it beyond 30 meters, and there's still further coaching to come. 31.48, and she goes 2nd.
So next up it is Serbia's Saskia Sokolov.
So we're underway
24 years of age,
Javelin competition.
only been in the sport for 4 years.
37.79, second at the moment.
Bronze medal at the European Championships in Berlin last year. This her first attempt. 35.99, her lifetime best set this year. That is somewhat short of it, but she has got a mark to start with. Just, I must add. The point of the javelin has to hit the ground first, otherwise it's called a foul throw, and that one there, she had a good long hard look at it, but it did register a score, 32.09 into 2nd place.
Well, coming up next and picking a weapon of choice is the Asian Games champion from last year in Jakarta, based in Fergana in Uzbekistan. She's only 20 years old. There's a good career in the way, potentially. Well, actually, there's a good career already here for Rosiyakon Ergasheva, coached by Sada Abdul Kolikov. Lifetime best, 34.10. Oh, she put a lot into that. Lot of energy. So Rozaya Ergashieva. We've had quite a few decent throws already. Shpatkovskaya with a lifetime best, which has just been exceeded by Rozaya Ergashieva, by the looks of it. Ooh, 31.83 puts her into third spot. It's not very far from the Javelin laneway to the starting blocks for the 100 meters. Women's T11, the opening semi-final to come. And the new 400 meters world champion is involved in this. That being Talita Simplicio. The defending world champion is Zhu Guhua. Good field this, actually. And in some ways, a baptism from afar for the athlete in lane one. It's the first major championship, but she actually produced the second fastest time of the heats this morning. Now that being Regina Dumbo of Angola. Based in Luanda, she was talent spotted. Coach Jose Manuel. Angola have got a good talent spotting program and they found it. Nicolau Palanca is a guide. The new world 400 meter champion for Brazil. Bronze in the 400 in London, but didn't compete in the last world championships. Talita Simplicio for Brazil and a guide Felipe Veloso. That 400 bronze one in Doha. It was London that she missed. So the world champion from London in the 100 and 200 for China in lane 5, Zhu Guhua. Former Paralympic 100 champion from London 2012.
Representing Japan.
And in lane 7 for Japan, athlete whose best results have come in the long jump. She's medaled 4 times in that in her career and was 4th in the long jump here for Japan, Chiaki Takada, with a guide Shigekashu Amori. It's only the winner that goes through, plus the next fastest loser across the 3 semi-finals. So Dumbo in 1, Simplicio de Silva in 3, Zhao Guhua in 5 with a guide Jia Dengpu, and Takada in lane 7. All progressing from this morning's heats. Dumbo in 1, Simplicio in 3, Zhao Guhua in 5, Takada in 7. Away, first time, what a solid start by Zhu in 5 and going brilliantly at the moment. Zhu is on her way, she's being tisted by Simplicio de Silva, no doubt about it, but Zhu will take it. Simplicio de Silva in 2nd place, and the rest will be eliminated, and 12:06, unofficial, would be a new championship record. It's been rounded down to 12:05, but the wind is too high, it won't count. And that's the 3rd time today that a 100 meters championship record has been scratched. Zhu, very, very impressive. And into the final, no doubt about that at all. Simplicio with 12.10. Takada took 3rd and Dumbo was 4th. But she'll have learned a lot, the 16-year-old from Angola. Great start away by Zhu Guhua, a guide, Jia Dengpu. And how well they progress from there. But Simplicio, there's a lot to like about it. World champion for the first time here. Watch the guides, no problems there. The 400 meters world champion Simplicio in 2nd place. 12.10 is also inside Teresina Guillemina's championship record, but won't count as a new one due to that wind speed. Plus 3.3 of a tailwind for them at their backs. That's what the long jumpers will be facing when they get underway in the next 90 minutes or so. So Zhou Guoha is through, and if Talita Simplicio doesn't make it, she'll be very, very unlucky.
Good crowd in again on this evening session on day 5. Monday evening. Can you believe it? It's gone quick, hasn't it? Flying along. Absolutely flying along. Before you know it, it'll be Friday, day 10 or 9.
Holly Robinson is our leader for New Zealand in the women's javelin. Reuter for the Netherlands in second place. So for the United Arab Emirates, Mariam Al-Matroushi, 31.25 her lifetime best, and she's thrown 31.06 this year, the 32-year-old. Check that, 33 since Friday. Happy birthday. But as that's got a red flag, not such a happy aftermath.
So over the line she goes at the front there. You saw her just lose her balance, Al-Matroushi. So her opener is a foul.
Well, there could be a battle of the Hollies again here. Holly Robinson leading for New Zealand. Holly Arnold going now for Great Britain. The 3 in a row world champion, the Paralympic champion, Commonwealth Games champion, European champion. And all she needs is a long throw here. She's got it. That's fantastic from Holly Arnold, the championship record holder, but the world record belongs to Holly Robinson. 45.73. The championship record is Arnold's 43.02 and winning in London. Those two will be pushing each other right throughout the way. That's knocking around 40 metres, and Holly Arnold is in the lead for Great Britain and in no mood to relinquish her title. She leads by about a metre. Holly Arnold in front, 40.87 for Great Britain. Holly Robinson in second for New Zealand, 39.65. Game on.
Holly and Noel are the top 3 in the javelin. Bit of a Christmassy theme going on there.
Well, back to the track we go. For this, the second of the women's 100 metres T11 semi-finals. Complete visual impairment. Guide compulsory. This one sees Lu Ku Qing of China going silver in the 400 metres yesterday. She won gold in this event in Doha in 2015. In 2017 in London, she was disqualified. So she'll be extremely keen to get that championship gold medal back around her neck. Yulia Pavlenko, who's already taken silver here in the long jump. She was 12th in this event back in 2008, and that was the last major championship doing this event. Her guide, Vyacheslav Ponka, just getting the numbers in place on the shorts, making sure everything is set to go. So the Ukraine, who is 28 years of age and has already picked up a medal at these championships in Dubai, will go from lane 1. China top of the medal table. They may well have more come the end of this event in the next day or so. Lu Ku Qing Already picked up a silver medal in the 400 when she looked as if she was going to retain the title, but just fell apart towards the end. She'll go from lane 3. And the lady's been competing for 19 years. She was a semi-finalist back in her home Paralympics in 2016. Silver in 2011, 13 and 15. Hadusa Gebe dos Santos. And in the outside lane, she was 8th in the long jump. The 21-year-old from Namibia, Laja Ishatili, who picked up bronze in the 2014 Commonwealth Games in Glasgow. Championship record held by Teresina Guillemina. Gebe dos Santos, who goes in this, is the world record holder. So it is going to be a battle between her and Lu Ku Qing as to see who goes through first. Only one position to definitely qualify, and then it will be the next fastest who will advance to the final from the 3 heats. So 12.10 is the current cut-off point after the opening heat. So keep an eye out for the times. That record, by the way, from Gebe dos Santos was set in Sao Paulo only back in September of this year. So away they get, no problems at all. Lu gets away very quickly indeed, but she's being chased down by Gebe dos Santos on the outside of her. It's Gebe dos Santos who is slightly in front at the moment. Lu's fighting back. It's to neck and neck, and it's Gebe dos Santos, I think, who gets it in 11.90, and that is a new championship record, but it will be marked off because the wind speed is plus 2.7. Extremely quick indeed. It would have broken her compatriot, the great Teresina Guillemina's record that was set back in 2011, 8 years ago. But it will be chalked off because of the wind speed being more than plus 2.0, which is the legal limit. 2.7 it is. Lu comes in second in 11.98, so she should qualify at the present time. She's inside that last mark of 12.10. But that was neck and neck all the way. Ishatila takes third, and Pavlenko comes in 4th place. But look at that start from Lu Ku Qing. She got away very quick, but then all of a sudden after about 20 metres, Hadusa Gebe dos Santos makes up the gap, and across she goes in 1st place, 11.90 seconds. Unfortunately for her, it was quick, but it won't be a new championship record. And just have a look on the far side, the Chinese guy, Zhu Dongling, was very, very close indeed to going across the line ahead of his athlete, Lu Ku Qing. Now, if that happens, it is disqualification. The athlete has to go across the line before the guide. Otherwise, it is DSQ. So there's confirmation of 11.90. Gebe dos Santos, who is the world record holder, qualifies. Lu Ku Qing should go through as well. 11.98 should be good enough for her.
The way it's going right now, the only thing that will prevent a world record in this women's 100 metres is the wind speed. Women's Javelin F46 continues. It really is hotting up, in the top 2 from Rio, from London, and from Gold Coast are the top 2 right now, the Hollies of Arnold and Robinson. Noelle Ryder is lying in 3rd place for the Netherlands, going now 37.79. Nice solid throw as well.
Round 2, and that is the second round throw of the Netherlands athlete Noelle Ryder, who's in the bronze medal position.
Unusually, the 10-meter marks.
79 was her opening throw.
And lined out, which is what we usually have, so it's easier to judge what's been done. It looks slightly below what she did in the first round of 37.79. Ryder, her major championship debut from Amstelveen, 35.72, and she stays 3rd.
In the javelin on the scoreboard.
So up from the Ukraine now, the
Spatkivska of
second
Ukraine,
effort
next
of
to
Maria
Pro. She's in 9th place at the moment.
Spatkivska. Fourth in the European Championships in Berlin last year with a throw of 29.94 in that one. That one's out around that mark, I'd say. Her opener was a lifetime best, 31.48, and this one is rather similar. Now there is that slight wind out there which is blowing with them as well. Improvement, a new lifetime best, 32.48. She's in 7th position.
Back to the track we go. Heat 3, semi-final 3 of the women's 100 meters. T11. We have seen some blinding times so far. Zhu, 12:05. Geber de Santos, 11:90. And in this, we've got two athletes best known for the long jump, Ayola Dedai and Lorena Salvatini Spoladori. And two championship debutants who've already got through from the opening rounds. Salvatini Spoladori of Brazil, the former long jump world champion. Ayola Dedai of Italy, the outgoing long jump world champion from 2 years ago in London. She finished 6th in the long jump final here, but she does have sprint medals. Swansea, silver in 200 meters. There's Linda Perez Lopez of Venezuela, her first major championship. Not her first major championship race, as she got through the heats very well, the Venezuelan.
Semi-final number 3 out of 3 in the women's T11 100 meters.
As is the Angolan athlete alongside her. But let's go through the biographies for you now. The silver medalist in the 200 meters and bronze in the 1 in the European Championships in 2014 in Swansea, and bronze in the 200 in 2016 is Ayola Dedai for Italy. Lane 3 for Brazil, the former long jump world champion, but finished 4th in it here, Lorena Salvatini Spoladori for Brazil. Lane 5 for Venezuela, the 21-year-old and a major championship debut, Linda Perez. And in lane 7 for Angola, coached by Jose Manuel, as all the Angolan sprinters seem to be. Major championship debut for Amelodi Adelino. It's T11, it's complete visual impairment, and they don't run alone. The guides, in ascending order, Andrea Regabello for Italy, Renato Oliveira for Brazil, Javier Herrera for Venezuela, and Ngoy Pero for Angola. .11:88 is the fastest losers time for those following. That would be some fastest losers time. 11:98 for Liu Kujing. We've seen some amazing times already, helped by the wind at their backs. Only the winner going through to the final, and the fastest loser at the moment is Liu with that 11:98. Dedai in 1, Salvatini 3, Perez 5, Adelino 7.
Set.
Away first time. It's a lot more of an even contest, you would feel this one. Salvatini's away very well. She is flying. Perez behind her in second place, but Salvatini's going to take this for Brazil, and she does so in 12:24. Perez Lopez in second place, and Dedai and Adelino depart the scene. That's a great job done. It is the first time that she has qualified for a major championship final on the track on a global basis. 12:62 for Perez Lopez. And what that means is that Liu Qixing reaches the final along with the 3 heat winners. 12:23, and again, the wind speed would have nullified any records, but we weren't close to it that time. Salvatini won bronze in the Pan Ams in the 100 meters and bronze in the 2 in the Pan Ams. It was the 3rd ranked of the 3 winning times. And Salvatini Spoladori got off really, really well. Well, she's got Pan Am medals in the 1 and the 2. And she's into the final here. She's got a chance. Good result. Good win. She'll be up against it in the final, there's no doubt about that, but she's got a sporting chance.
That's the updated standings in the Javelin. Holly Robinson.
Nice result for Salvatini for Brazil. Lorena Salvatini, 12:23. She qualifies, the rest don't. Linda Perez in 2nd. Emilode Adelino, 3rd for Angola. And Ayola Dedai for Italy. So, look at those times. The top 3 all inside the championship record of Teresina Guillermina, but all nullified by too strong wind speed. It's going to be some decider, as is this.
So Shona Charles, Grenada's only athlete taking part in these championships. But that won't count. So her opening mark was 13.96. She's in 4th position. That one there, though, no mark at all. So her opener remains her best still.
Shot put standing still the home leader for United Arab Emirates. The full standing.
Bahrain will be next up. Mariam Al-Hamidi, a lifetime best of 19.90 she's thrown so far, has her in 13th position. She was 7th at the Asian Para Games last year. Would you believe it? She's 15 years of age. Amatrushi will be up next.
She's already picked up a yellow card for something going into this, but we're not quite sure why.
Well, I can tell you that Al-Mahadi, 18-13 was her 2nd throw. But Al-Matrushi now up with hers.
She had a foul in round 1.
Foul with the first. Time for number 2. Well, that one's a mark. And a white flag as well for the 33-year-old. Took up the sport in 2006 after a teacher in a school noticed her talent and encouraged her to pursue the sport.
God
bless those teachers, hey?
For Great Britain and Northern
Send
Ireland
you on the
in
path to
Javelin.
greatness.
She was the leader at the end of round 1. She's now in 2nd place.
Picked up a silver in the 2014 Asian Para Games, 24-23. She's on the board. She's up now in 12th position. So Holly Robinson leads of New Zealand. Holly Arnold now in second place, 40.87.
So the final of the men's 1500 metres T54, it's always one of the great showpieces, and the women's final comes up later. Pretty much everybody in this has achieved in their career.
No improvement for Holly Arnold, 40 metres 45, she remains in second place.
Field is 11 because of the crash that happened in the semi-final. Aaron Pike advanced, who was involved in that. The 10-time world champion Marcel Hoog, the defending champion Rawat Tana, the former world champion Alexei Bichenok, the new 800 metres world champion Daniel Romanchuk, bronze medalist from that Zhang Yong, all in this. Prawat Wahara, the 4-time world champion, 6-time Paralympic champion. It is going to be a belting race. So we'll start on the outside. The man whose best finishes 4th in the 4x4 in the 2011 World Championships in Christchurch, but he's been the biathlon sprint world championship bronze medalist in 2019, Aaron Pike. Alongside him, the former world championship silver medalist in the 5,000 meters in 2013, bronze in the 15, Masayuki Higuchi. Inside him, the defending world champion, 1,500 meters and 5,000 for Thailand, Rawat Tana. Inside him, the 10-time world champion. It's Marcel Hoog.
Drawn 7 for Germany.
Inside him for Germany. Bronze in the 15 and the 5 in the last World Championships, Alazan Balde. Inside him, the former world champion for Russia, Alexei Bichenok. For the United States, the 800 meters world champion this week, and he's the world marathon champion as well from London this year, Daniel Romanchuk. Inside him for Australia, the Commonwealth Games bronze medalist in the 1,500 meters last year in Gold Coast, Jake Lappin, based in Canberra from Essendon originally. Inside him, the 6-time Paralympic champion, 4-time world champion, and the reigning Paralympic champion, Prawat Wahara. Inside him, gold in the 4x4 in London, 7th in the 800 meters here, and bronze in the World Championship Marathon for Japan, Tomoki Suzuki. And on the inside, the 800 meters bronze medalist from this week, the twice Asian Games champion last year over 400 and 800, Zhang Yong. So Marcel Hoog, the championship record holder, he is the defending champion. Rawat Tana, the former champion in this. But he'll want to be world champion in about 3 minutes' time. This big field of 11. So where we go, Zhang, Suzuki, Waharam, Lappin, Romanchuk, Bichenok, Balde, Hoog, Tana, Higuchi, and Pike. And immediately Hoog heading off away at the start. Romanchuk just behind him. Romanchuk winning the 800 meters. It was a big battle between those two, but in reverse order of where they are right now. Romanchuk winning it with Hoog in second place. Looking for better this time. Bichenok as well, pitched behind them at the moment. They're really spread out already, stuck right in the middle as Waharam. And a watch out for Tana as well, who's always dangerous. Hoog leads with 3 to go.
Yeah, Hoog goes across in front. He always likes being out there, but Romanchuk must have great sense of his form at the moment, having already won that medal here in the gold in the 800, and now with the marathon earlier this year as well. He's in second position and looking very strong indeed. But Marcel Hug, he likes to go out in front. He likes to dictate the pace. But the big thing about this, of course, is Brent Lakatos having been knocked out in that semi-final. So he's not there. But it is a high-quality field of 11 who are going here. No change at the moment. They remain in the same position. It is Hug out in front with Romanchuk behind him. And it is the Japanese athlete of Suzuki who is also following on there behind. So as they come down, they'll go 2 laps to go here. One more lap and they'll take the bell as Romanchuk goes across now and goes around the outside of Marcel Hug with just under 2 laps remaining.
Romanchuk and Hug and Suzuki, the top 3 at the moment. Bichanuk trying to make a big move behind them in 4th place right now. Romanchuk making a little bit of ground on the outside, and also up with him is Prawat Roharam, and those 5 are well away at the moment. So Rawatana, who won the 1500 the last time we were here in the Gulf in Doha, when Marcel Hug didn't win a gold medal at all, but how he bounced back brilliantly in Rio and in London. Consistently since then, the bell is coming. Hug in 2nd place, and now 3rd. Your leader is Romanchuk.
Well, Waraham is going around the outside. He's trying to get off and around Romanchuk. The issue there is, though, that if he doesn't get around him quickly, he runs the issue of making himself very tight and deep because he stays 2 lanes out. So Romanchuk leads, but Waharam is trying to get around the outside. Marcel Hug is in 3rd position, and the rest of them are trying to make up the gap. Waharam now gets out in front, and Romanchuk is caught on the inside because around the outside of him, Marcel Hug has moved into 2nd, and also working their way up. It is Suzuki by the looks of it, who's trying to get around there as well. Romanchuk now has dropped back into 4th position, so his battle looks to be over. But it's certainly going to be Waharam of Thailand, who looks like he's going to take the win. Waharam's doing it. The Chinese athlete down the outside, and it's Zhang who's going to take 2nd. Hug picks up 3rd at a time of 3 minutes, 0.21 seconds unofficially. So no championship record or world record, but it is Prawat Waharam. He won his heat in 2008. He won the 5,000 gold. He's been racing since Sydney 2000, and he picks up a 1,500 metres gold world championship medal. Prawat Waharam of Thailand in just over 3 minutes. Well, Marcel Hug, he led from the front. That man there, the Chinese athlete Zhang Yong, 4 and 800 gold in the Asian Para Games, came home again of Marcel Hug with the number 8, the silver bullet. He's done everything as Marcel Hug. He was the reigning world champion, but he now has to settle for bronze.
Well, there's a reason why Prawat Roharam is the 1,500 metres Paralympic champion, 5,000 as well, beating Hug into 2nd place in Rio. Hug and Sean Young now both have a silver and a bronze medal each. Hug going away at the start was being well marked by Romanchuk, who definitely did a great job of doing that in the final of the 800 metres earlier on this week. But Waharam made the big surge for home, and it's glory for him again. That's a big win for him, and also a big result for Zhang Yong in his first global championships. Bronze in the 8, silver now in the 1,500 metres, and Marcel Hug is dethroned. 3 gold medals in London, and so far it is a silver and a bronze for him. But Prawat Waharam is the big story of this, having taken 2 Paralympic golds. It is, by the way, the first world title Prawat Waharam has claimed since 2002. What a 17-year gap in this World Championships.
And perhaps the biggest disappointment there, Rawatana. Usually he's there or thereabouts when it comes to the business end of a race, but he was way back in that one. In 4th position he finished, but he was way back when it came to coming around the bend. He was in the back group who were a good 10 or 15 metres back there at one point. They got dropped off. He did his best, but there was too much to make up. So confirmation of Waharam winning the men's 1,500 metres T54. Zhang of China picks up a silver, another for the Chinese, and Marcel Hug, the former champion, with a bronze medal.
Yes,
Aaron Pike, the man who was disqualified earlier and then back into the competition, he finishes in 11th place.
So he's managed to land that throw right on the sector perimeter line.
Nice crowd again this evening here in Dubai.
2 throws remaining for Ibrahim of Egypt.
And across the city, a lovely sunset for the Burj Khalifa.
There goes our train again.
Stuck here for the night. Taxi!
Well, the javelin action continues. There is more finals to come. On the track, but on the field, the women's javelin throw F46 continues.
Noah Ruda, currently in 3rd place.
Well, it's
Last
still
time he left you, Holly Robinson led, and Holly Arnold was in 2nd position.
Saska Sokolov of Serbia is next to throw. She's in 9th place.
Well, the top 2 still between the Hollies. Saska Sokolov will be next to throw for Serbia. She's on the brink right now. She is in 9th spot. .32.09, currently lying in 9th place, so she's on the brink in this 3rd round. Needs to go beyond that. And that's fallen very awkwardly, so that's not going to count. She's been eliminated. 9th spot.
Ergasheva of Uzbekistan is currently in that final position. Best throw, 32-33. That was her 2nd.
So Ergasheva, 32-33, has her in 8th place in this 3rd round, but she's one of the early ones to throw. And in a little bit of danger. She's hanging on, and there's still 6 athletes below her who can overtake. She was on the brink there, wasn't she?
She's the Asian Para Games champion, 34.10 she threw in that.
Well, it was again beyond the 30s, 34.08. She's up into 6th place, and she's a contender. Holly Robinson's our leader, 41.60, ahead of Holly Arnold, 40.87. The 3rd round throws to come, and Roda of the Netherlands in 3rd.
The women's 100 metres T12 final. Amara Duran, the world and championship record holder, will go in this one. She won 400 metre gold already on Saturday. What can she come up with on Monday? Forward to start. Aliratu Iglesias Fornedo of Spain. She's going without a guide. The T12 medium visual impairment, a guide is optional. the 20-year-old who was born in Mali and moved to Spain at age 11. Vivian Ferreira Suarez, she was 6 in London in 2012. She won a heat in a time of 12.22 seconds. But here's the lady who's won 9 gold medals and has never lost a World Championship final. She is the championship record and world record holder, winning a heat in 11.90 seconds. Will go from lane 5 and outside her, Katrin Müller-Rothgart. She was 7th in the long jump here at these championships. A lifetime best of 11.99 seconds. She'll need that and more in this one. Bronze in 2016, silver in London in 2017. But she is the European champion. This lady, though, never lost a World Championship final as she goes for gold number 10 of world titles. .11.48, the championship record set in Doha 4 years ago. At the Paralympics in Rio, she set the world record mark of 11.40. The wind seems to have slightly died down somewhat, but it will be behind her. And they get away with no issues at all. And Duran gets away very fast indeed, but also Ferreira Suarez has done well. But here comes Amara Duran as she heads down towards the finishing line. Duran will go across first, 11.66 seconds. And that is a new championship record almost. It would have been if she'd have got under the mark, because the time of plus 1.5 for the wind would have got her under the mark. She was so close to going under her championship record, but she didn't quite get there, but she took the mark. And in second place, it looks like Iglesias Fornedo may have picked up second. She has an 11.99 from her. Vivian Ferreira Suarez of Brazil came in third place. It looked as though Ferreira Suarez was going to take it, but she got pipped by Iglesias Fornedo, who picks up in her first major championship a silver medal. But Amara Duran has done it again. That makes 10 gold medals in World Championships. She's never lost a final. She's now 10 from 10.
There's the replay coming up on the inside to nick the silver medal.
There she goes across the line. Look at the far inside there. And perhaps the fact of not having a guide may have helped Iglesias Fornedo out. One, two, 400 golds in Rio. She's already taken 400 here. She's added the 100 mark as well. So close for second though. So a season best of 11.66 for Amara Duran. Adaratu Iglesias Fornedo in a lifetime best takes silver. Ferreira Suarez also a lifetime best for her, and a season best for Katrin Müller-Rothgart. Records all round. The javelin throw continues in the F46 final.
F46.
I wonder what's happening at the moment.
On the scoreboard. 5 throws remaining in round.
No change, really. Holly Robinson's come out for a third round throw after that tremendous lead of 41.60 in the second round, but 34.73 her lot in round 3. A few of the low markers throwing at the moment. Ashona Charles, we've just lost, she went out to 27.15, and now here comes Miriam Al Hamidi of Bahrain, who's lying in 15th. 19.90 her lifetime best in round 2. She's trying to break that, get through 20 meters for the first time in her career. She gave that a really, really good go. Well, it's a little doubtful that she's been able to achieve that. Certainly gave it a good belt. Al Hamidi 1990 in round 1, 1920 in round 3. So now, everybody watching in Dubai will be very happy to watch Miriam Al-Matroushi. And after the exploits of the 15-year-old a few moments ago, Al-Matroushi now is lying in 14th place, but that is a no throw.
A foul for Mariam Al-Matroushi, which means she won't make the top 8. And the next athlete to throw is Holly Arnold of Great Britain.
She's out as well.
Currently in 2nd place, behind Holly Robinson of New Zealand.
Well, Holly Arnold led previously 40.87, but overtaken by Holly Robinson. Arnold, the reigning Commonwealth Games, European, World, Paralympic champion. She's taken the last 3 titles. 41.60 is what she's gunning for here. Does it fit the bill? It's a nice effort beyond 40 by Arnold.
Scoreboard for this event is adjacent to the
It's tentative whether she's been able to push in front above Robinson here.
Already. 4 throws left in round 3.
It's between these two. Arnold is 3 meters clear of the rest. Noel Rueda currently holding off Yezai. Arnold with a belter, a championship record. 44.73. She's into the lead by 3 meters, and it's her own record that she's broken. Holly Arnold goes into the gold medal market halfway, and she's 3 meters clear of Holly Robinson. Is it going to be the same 1-2 again? Holly Robinson has got a bit of work to do. The final of the men's 100 meters, T37. Features the reigning world champion, and he's the man closest to camera. He's got a bit of work to hold off the new 400 meters world champion back on the scene. Evangelista is the defending champion. Andre Verdovin, the former champion, who's just taken 400 gold in his major comeback. Sherman Jobasov took silver in that, a big candidate in this too. And Mustafa Mohammed, the 100 meters champion from 8 years ago.
On the track is the T37 men's 100 meter final.
It's already been a silver in the long jump already for the man who took 100 gold in London 2 years ago. Matheus Evangelista for Brazil. In lane 3 for Egypt, the 2011 world champion in Christchurch, but he's not won a world championship medal since. However, silver in the one in Rio. Mustafa Fahad Mohammed. In lane 4 for Russia, the former world champion in this in 2013 and 2015, and the new 400 champion Andre Verdovin. In 5 for Indonesia, the Asian Games champion over 100 and 200, Saptioga Purnomo. In lane 6 for Russia, the former 400 meters world champion in Lyon in 2013, Sherman Kobashov, silver here in the 4. In lane 7 for Saudi Arabia, bronze in the Asian Games last year in the 100, Ali Al-Nakli. In lane 8 for Iran, silver in the 100, bronze in the 2 and the 4 in the Asian Games last year. His global championship debut, Davudali Ghasemi. And in lane 9 for Brazil, first major championship for Sao Paulo's Christian Luiz. Verhoeven setting a new championship record in the heats this morning, only 200ths of a second outside Charles de Toy's world record. Not entered in the 100 here. Evangelista finding Verhoeven 2 lanes away. 2 men who've won this title previously, along with Mohammed. Evangelista 2, Mohammed 3, Verhoeven 4, Pernomo 5, Kobasov 6, Al Nakli 7, Kasemi 8, Luiz 9. The final of the men's 100 meters, T37.
Set.
Away first time, solid start by Mohammed in 3, and going well is Pernomo in 5. Verhoeven back to claim his crown. He's gonna do it. Verhoeven wins it. 11.19. Just inside the world record. The wind speed is plus 2.1. It's a magnificent time of 11.18, but it won't count as the world record. He had smashed it, and it's only 0.1 of the wind speed that denies him. But he's the world champion again, and that's what he came for. A very, very fast time, magnificently impressive, and it's a Russia 1-2. Kobasov in second behind him. Pernomo gets the bronze for Indonesia. His first global championship, and he's a world bronze medalist. Luiz took 4th in his major championship debut as well, but Verhoeven is back. He is #1. It's a lifetime best of 11.18, but sadly it's not a world record or a championship record. A magnificent time. And an immediate reaction will follow from him. And he got off to an absolutely blinding start. They were very even actually after 2025. Verhoeven hadn't pushed through by that stage. Great starts from Kobasov and Pernomo as well, Mohammed and Evangelista. But it was from 50 that Verhoeven really showed his class and how. It is a magnificent time. It's just a shame that the wind speed by a negligible margin over that allowed has denied him a new world record. But as it is, he is the world champion again, having claimed it in 2013 and 2015. Wasn't around for 2017, but he's back, and with Tokyo on the horizon, boy is he in the mood. And unfortunately the wind speed has denied us a world record, but what a display and what a win by Andre Verhoeven.
وهي حاليا في المركز الثالث عشر وتتصدر المجموعة اللاعبة البريطانية هولي أرنولد بمسافة 44 متر 73 في رمي الرمح سيدات فئة F46.
So Verhoeven takes the gold, 11.18 for Russia. His teammate Sherman Kobasov the silver, and Pernomo the bronze for Indonesia.
So those are the Javelin standings. They've been reordered to reflect the top 8 who are about to go into rounds 4, 5 and 6. And congratulations to Neves Daniela Mario Gil.
Well, the next track event getting set up will be the men's 400 metres T11 final for complete visual impairment. 4 he'll be going in that one, and we'll get to that very shortly indeed. Good crowding as always, as there has been over the last almost 5 days. It's the 3rd day in a row we've had double sessions. Portuguese, Swedish, Spanish, Japanese, Turkish, and loads more. Japanese fans in there. been a load of Japanese superstars here ahead of the Olympics and Paralympics next year in Tokyo. The Dutch are doing well also, as are Spain. So the men's 400 metres T11 final is almost ready to go. Complete visual impairment guides are compulsory. We'll have the world and Paralympic champion going in this one. British supporters here to cheer on Holly Arnold, who currently leads in that women's javelin throw F46 final. Holly Arnold MBE said on the shirt. She may get more if she wins here. There's the medal standings. China extending their lead at the top as we go through the days. 11 gold medals, 28 in total. Ukraine up into second, Brazil in third, Great Britain and Australia in fourth and fifth respectively. And with Vadovin picking up that gold there, Russia are in sixth spot, pushing hard. 17 in total. So as far as totals go, they've got the second most behind China. But only 3 goals is what's left them down there in sixth position. So we're almost ready to go on the track. Slight delay. We shall get there eventually. So 4 going in this one, including Gerard Descadega Puigdeval of Spain, 2016 Paralympic champion. He won silver in 2015 and then took the gold in London 2 years ago. Out in lane 7. The second of the Brazilians going in this, it is Felipe de Souza Gomes and his guide Jonas Silva. 2012 200 metres gold. 2016 at the Paralympics he won the 100 gold, and in 2016 in Rio he also won the 200 and the 400 metres silver. There is Gerard Descadega Puigdeval of Spain, the reigning Paralympic and world champion. Season best of 50.28. Timothy Adolphe, he's been disqualified 4 times in major finals, so he does have some form for it. In 2017, he was disqualified in this, the 200 metres as well. And also in 2016 in Rio, he was disqualified in the heat of the 400. Now here is the world and championship record holder, the 40-year-old lawyer. 2013 and 2015 gold. In 2017, he finished 4th and out of the medals, so he will be hoping to get back to the top of the podium. So they will wait for complete silence before getting underway, being the complete visual impairment category. Two from Brazil, 1 from France, and 1 from Spain. Golds at the last 3 World Championships. 2013 and 15, it was Mendes de Silva. and in 2017 it was Descarrega Puigdebal. So Mendes de Silva goes in 1, Adolphe goes in 3, Descarrega Puigdebal in 5, and out wide it's De Souza Gomez, and they all get away. Not much of a difference in times at the moment, but on the outside, Descarrega Puigdebal in lane 5 is working his way up onto the shoulder of De Souza Gomez, who is out in lane 7. The 2013 and 15 champion, Mendes de Silva, is now putting his foot down as they go around with around 200 metres to go. He's currently moving his way up into 3rd position and working extremely hard, and looks, as they come around to the last 100, as if he'll almost be in the lead ahead of Descarrega Puigdebal. It is a neck-and-neck race between Descarrega Puigdebal out in lane 5 and Mendes de Silva, who's taken the lead. Well, he's being taken. Timothy Adolphe is coming through in the middle. Timothy Adolphe has got it in France. Adolphe has got it on the line in a time of 50.91 seconds. Well, Adolphe has come from absolutely nowhere. So there is a caution there because Adolphe has been disqualified 4 times in major finals. 50.91 is the time. It's outside the championship record. But Timothy Adolphe has picked himself up a major championship gold medal. And it's been a long time coming. Mendes de Silva picks up 2nd as he faltered at the end in 50.96. But what a finish from Timothy Adolphe in 50.91 to take the gold. Descarrega Puigdebal finishes 3rd. Well, they all fell apart towards the end. Yes, guys. Descarrega Puigdebal went out very quick indeed. He was leading as they came round the 200-metre mark, and as they straightened up, you thought it was a race in 2 between him and Mendes de Silva, who won the last 3 World Championships before them. But Timothy Adolphe, I do worry though when Timothy Adolphe does well in the race, because you just worry that he's going to be disqualified because he's got so much form for it. But just look at this finish. He splits them straight down the middle and across the line. No problems whatsoever as far as the guy releasing him across the line. That has to happen, otherwise it's a disqualification if the guy goes across first. But Timothy Adolphe looks like he's broken that duck and picked up that gold medal he's been craving so much. Well, that shows you the finish there, as Adolphe split them with around 50 metres to go and came from absolutely nowhere. The cat who got the cream, it is Timothy Adolphe. What a finish
9 athletes
from the Frenchman.
On the high jump fan, jumping at 1, representing Venezuela.
اللاعب الأول ممثل فنزويلا.
Rafael Augusto Uribe Pimentel.
Well, the Spanish
jumping at 2.
Descarrega Puigdebal has been disqualified.
اللاعب الثاني ممثل اليابان.
Toru Suzuki.
We'll find out exactly what for in a moment.
Jumping 3rd, ranked number 2 in the world for Turkey.
But it makes no difference. Timothy Adolphe, in a lifetime best of 50.91, has taken the gold medal. In World Championships and Paralympic Games, he's never won a gold medal. He's taken bronze, he's won European Championships, silver and bronze along with gold, but he has never ever won a global championship final, and he is finally, after all the disqualifications, after all the heartbreak, he has taken a gold. Mendes de Silva picks up a silver. De Souza Gomez in 3rd place with a season best for him, and Descarrega Puigdebal has been disqualified.
Yes, that's rule 7.9. It's the tethering, and it looks like he'd been dragged along by his guide.
That's the lineup. The opening height offered is 1.35 meters, and then it is 5 centimeter progressions.
Adolphe this time is okay. No change in the women's javelin. Still the two Arnolds top of the pile. The final of the women's 400 meters, T38. And lots of greats in this, one in particular who has excelled in this, but not just this. Karina Cox, reigning world and Paralympic champion, not just in this, but also in the 500 meters time trial, para indoor cycling as well. Former world and Paralympic champion Margarita Goncharova is in this also. So let's go through the field for this, the 7 in this decider. In lane 9, the bronze medalist in 2000 in Sydney in the Paralympic Games, Maria Fernandez, and bronze in the 400 in last year's Europeans in Berlin. In lane 8 for Japan, silver in the 100 and the 200 in the Asian Games last year, Ayumi Takamura, she's in 8. In 7 for Tunisia, the 5 times major championship silver medalist, Sonia Mansour. In lane 6 for Great Britain, silver in the 400 metres in Berlin at the Europeans a year ago, for Guildford and Godalming AC, Ali Smith. In lane 5 for Russia, silver in the long jump here, previously the world champion in Doha, and gold in the Paralympic Games in London, Margarita Goncharova. In lane 4 for Great Britain, the reigning 400 metres world champion and the reigning paracycling time trial world champion, Karina Cox. And in lane 3 for Spain, the 14-year-old in her first major championship from Bilbao, Tania Castillo. What a future. And what a field to find herself in. Cox is the world record holder. A minute .71. Goncharova with that victory in Doha 4 years ago with the championship records. Cox in 4, Goncharova in 5, Castillo, Cox, Goncharova, Smith, Mansour, Takamura, Fernandez. The final of the women's 400 metres, T38. They were held a very long time, but now they're away in this T38. Coordination impairment final, and Cox getting off to a very good start, and Goncharova as well, and not just her. Takamura looks to have got off to a blinding start as well for Japan in the outside lane in lane 8. Cox fighting hard in the middle with Goncharova. Mansour has gone up very well also, who's been winning major championship medals since the 2006 Worlds. Silver in the 1 and the 2 in the Paralympic Games in Beijing in 08. And she's absolutely flown through at the moment. Ali Smith also going well in lane 6. But wait for Cox and Goncharova in the closing straight to come into their own. And Cox is beginning to look good already. They're a bit spread out here. Goncharova in the lead, Cox in second place as they straighten out. Mansour battling for second at the moment. Cox fighting back against Goncharova in the final 50. Goncharova's still got a bit to give. She looks like she's got her title back. Cox still with an opportunity, and she just made it in the end, Goncharova. But only just ahead of Cox. 1:02.08 is a new championship record, and Goncharova's broken her own mark from 4 years ago, and Cox for a moment looked as if she might just have got it, but Goncharova held on. She just had enough of energy left. Mansour with a new African record with the bronze for Tunisia. But what an astonishing dramatic record. Quite the climax. Mansour, who's been winning medals for the past 13 years. Goncharova, who 3 years out She's back, and she's world champion again. She's been European champion as well. Kadina Cox is dethroned, having taken gold in London in front of a home crowd 2 years ago. The Paralympic champion, denied this time by Goncharova, who won 3 golds in London 2012. Quite the finish. It took Goncharova quite a while. They were alongside each other. Mansour had got off to a brilliant start. Cox and Goncharova, quite a solid one in lanes 4 and 5 respectively. Mansour then began to fade a little bit. Goncharova coming into her own with a noticeable slight lead over Cox by that stage, which was never reeled in by the British athlete. Goncharova making it. Did a very, very good job in the end of holding Cox off.
And in the javelin, Ruda in the bronze medal position.
And what a win for Goncharova in the end. Takamura put a lot into that race, and she's being held off the track at the moment. The margin in the end, 0.12 of a second. Goncharova with the win ahead of Cox, who really pushed, really tried, the world record holder. The woman who broke the world record, winning in Rio so famously and gloriously, having won on the track across town earlier in the week. Goncharova, she's back, and she's world champion, and doesn't that heat things up for Tokyo?
The leaders alternated in each round. Her best is 41.60.
It means a lot. It means a huge amount to be world champion again, having been out of the sport for 3 years for reasons that were, you know, nothing to do with her. It was part of a bigger picture. But she's looked after herself while she's out. Moscow based, and she's bringing a gold medal back with her again. Margarita Goncharova, the world champion, and a championship record too. Cox dethroned with the silver, Sonia Mansour with an African record with the bronze, and Ali Smith fourth for Great Britain.
Just awaiting that measurement in the women's javelin. 41.09, so no improvement for Holly Robinson. Final throw in round 4 will be the event leader, Holly Arnold of Great Britain.
تستعد اللعبة البريطانية للمحاولة الرابعة في رمي الرمح سيدات.
Crowds will love that. That was a belting race, a great finish. And the thing about the coordination impairment finals is that sometimes the body tends to shut down. And Goncharova managed to get through that.
Foul. Holly Arnold steps out over that one. We go to round 5.
It's definitely
Spatkivska of
infused
Ukraine.
the crowd. Brazil have had their glory tonight, and there may be some more to come.
And in the women's F32 shot put final, Anastasia Moskalenko is leading.
Fans for Ireland and the Ivory Coast here tonight, by the looks of it.
3 athletes still to throw, starting with...
Depending on which way you hold the flag.
That's very true. And there have been quite a few Ivory Coast athletes who've won in the IWF series the past couple of years with no fans there, and Irish fans have thrown them their flags and they just turn them upside down.
On the track, it's the men's T38 100-meter final.
Time now for the men's 100 metres T38 final. The reigning champion, Evan O'Hanlon, will go from lane 9. And there's a bit of news we can exclusively bring you about Evan O'Hanlon in just a moment or two's time when we get to him. So stand by for this.
In lane 2, representing Russia.
But at the other side of the track, Kitag Kinchikov of Russia, his second cousin Albert's an F-37 shot put athlete. And next to him from China, Zhong Hongwao, sixth back in 2016 and 2017, bronze at the Asian Para Games, silver at the 2016 Rio Paralympics in the long jump. Josh Wiki, France, he won his heat, beating O'Hanlon in that. The occupational therapy student looked really good. Edson Calvasante Pinedo will go in lane 5, bronze in 2013, silver 2015, and bronze in 2017 as well. Thomas Young, European record, winning his heat. The British athlete, one to look out for. And next to him, Zhu Dening, second in his heat to Young. And the man who won 400 metres gold on Friday. Hooker Velasquez will be one further out from Zhu, next to Evan O'Hanlon. Now Hooker Velasquez was 9th in this 2 years ago. But out in lane 9, the man who retired twice before, 2011, 13 and 17 gold medal winner. In 2008 and 2016, he won medals as well. He's now pilot of the Australian able-bodied bobsled team, and tomorrow he flies to Norway to start sliding for the season ahead. So this could be Evan O'Hanlon's third and final retirement from para-athletics. Can he go out with a gold medal? He will go from the outside in lane 9. His wife, Susanna Schindlerova, represented the Czech Republic in the 20-kilometre race walk at the 2000 Olympic Games in Beijing. His parents and his sister have all represented Australia in rowing. So this is a huge night for Evan O'Hanlon, and that is the next generation of runners. Thomas Young, 19 years of age. So they get away, and O'Hanlon gets away very quickly in lane 9. He held something back this morning, but has he held enough back? O'Hanlon on the outside, Young on the inside, Thomas Young next to him as well. Oh, who's taken it? Well, it looks like Thomas Young may have taken it, but also Zhu Dening. That was very quick. Zhu Dening, 11 seconds flat, plus 1.8 was the timing. No record there. Or has Thomas Young got it? Or Zhu Dening? Zhu Dening has set a lifetime best, but he's also in a dead heat with a new European record with Thomas Young as well. In second, Evan O'Hanlon has picked up the bronze medal, a season best for him, 11:05. Well, they have finished in a dead heat, but Zhu Dening has been given first place, with Thomas Young taking second, breaking the European record he set earlier this morning. Well, O'Hanlon got out to a quick start. There he goes off the track. Disappointment for him. But Zhu Dening with a lifetime best, Thomas Young with a European record. Thousands of seconds will separate them. Well, O'Hanlon got away quickly. Hooker Velasquez slow. Thomas Young then came to the fore. It looked like he was going to hold on, but just look at this for a finish. And Zhu Dening, from that angle, it looked pretty clear that he'd gone across first. Well, there you go, separate that. Zhu has been given first place. Thomas Young second, and O'Hanlon, who was the reigning champion, more than likely his last race on the international stage, a season best for him, taking home bronze though. So China extending their lead at the top of the medal table. Well, they just keep on coming, don't they? Excitement personified.
Yeah, it was 4 lifetime bests in the top 6, and the fact that Zhu and Young were given the same time, but Young classed in second and Zhu first, obviously means it's gone down to thousandths of a second, as we saw earlier in the week when it went down to 1,000th of a second, which is the smallest possible winning margin.
Well, he is the next generation of runners, though, Thomas Young. He is outstanding, as is that. What a sight here in Dubai.
Lit up for Bulgaria tonight, is it? Although they
or
have the
Portugal,
same colours here.
Or Italy. Take your pick. Looks nice, though.
Or the UAE, probably.
And there is the Burj Khalifa on the right-hand side there. Wonderful building. And some wonderful light shows they put on in front of it as well, as water and music and everything you could imagine. It is absolutely fantastic. Dubai, the place to be at the moment.
No light show for us right now, but maybe later. For us, spectacular actions on the track, and another big one is on the way.
It is the women's 1500 metres T54. We've seen the men's. That was an absolute belter. Let's hope this one is as well. I'm sure it will be. T54, confirmation of that. Women's 1500 metres. Zhu Li Hong, who won 800 gold on Saturday, won her heat. She'll go in this one from China. 2 Chinese athletes going in this one. The world record holder from last year, which was set in Knoxville, is also in this. Madison de Rosario. Chelsea McClammer. 4th in 2017 in this event. She won bronze in Rio. Inside her, Diane Roy, 48 years of age, been competing since Sydney 2000, has medalled from everything from 800 to marathons. And Eliza O'Connell already competed in the 1 and the 800 metres here. Silver in the Commonwealth Games marathon last year on the Gold Coast in Australia. Inside her, Zhu Xiaoqun, who was 3rd in her heat, and her senior international debut came just last year. Lifetime best, 3:35.21. The second of the Australians, Madison de Rosario, the world record holder, bronze in 2015 and in 2017. Two Americans also in this one. These the second. Amanda McGrory, 800 silver on Saturday. Silver in Rio 3 years ago. Silver in London 2 years ago in this one as well. And Catherine de Brunner of Switzerland, the 400 metres gold medal winner from Saturday. She came second in her heat. She is in good form at the moment. As is Zhu Li Hong, who took 800 metres gold on Saturday. She won her heat to head through to this as well. Susanna Scaroni, bronze in the 800 on Saturday, 6th in this in Doha in 2015, 4 years ago. And Patricia Eches, formerly Patricia Keller of Switzerland, bronze in the 2014 European Championship, silver in the 400 metres in the 2018 European Championship, and looking to go a lot better in this one. So we have 10 going. No Tatiana McFadden, of course, who was the winner in London and gold medalist 2 years ago, setting a championship record in that one. But the world record holder, Madison de Rosario of Australia, does go, setting that mark in May of last year in Knoxville in Switzerland. So away they get, and as I said, if it's anything as exciting as the men's version, it will be very good indeed. Men also this morning in the semi-finals, there was crashes and all sorts of things happening in that one as well. And it looks like it's the Chinese athletes who are out in front at present. It is Zhu Li Hong who has gone out into the lead, followed closely by Zhu Xiaoqun. So China in first and second position, and the rest all very bunched in there indeed. And bringing in the back of the field, it is Chelsea McClammer, with a gap at the moment between first to last of around 15 metres. But China, as they come around to cross the finishing line with 3 to go, are in first and second position.
It's Zhu Li Hong who leads the way, Zhao Zhequin in second place, and Catherine de Brunner, world champion for the first time in the 400 metres, taking a spot on the outside in third place. Madison de Rosario as well, perched at the moment. Her first world title coming across the Gulf in Doha in that dramatic 800 metres final 4 years ago. Since then, the legend's grown a bit. She's the 5,000 metres champion, Commonwealth Games 1500 and marathon champ too, and the world bronze in London earlier this year. Nothing about times, that's not important. O'Connell is on the outside, out of the sport for 11 years before returning in time for last year's Commonwealth Games on the Gold Coast. Scaroni tucked in the inside, right alongside Catherine de Brunner, but Zhao Zhequin in her first major championship, the Asian Games 100 and 200 champion, but very impressive in the heats. It's still China 1 and 2, USA 3, Switzerland 4, Australia 5 and 6 with 2 to go.
Yeah, Zhu Li Hong has held her form at the front there, and China in a 1 and 2 situation. Zhu Zhequin there as well. Well, de Brunner is looking strong. That gold in the 400 metres on Saturday, and obviously across this field there is a load of talent. And the question is going to be, who's going to make the move first? Madison de Rosario is sitting back there in around 6th position at the moment. They are all bunched up, but at some point the Chinese will be challenged, and the only question is, who is going to go around the outside to make that first up move? When they come around again over the finishing line the next time, they will take the bell. There's been no change at the front. It is Zhu Li Hong who leads from her compatriot, Zhao Zhequin, making her senior international debut last year. But there's a bit of movement on now as they come around to take the bell. Coming down the outside is Catherine de Brunner, who's making a move. Also there, it is Amanda McGrory.
Zhao leads, Xu just behind them. McGrory now trying to hit the front in this final lap and doing a good job of it too. Tucked in is Scaroni on the inside. It's China 1, USA 2 and 3. McGrory and Scaroni 2 and third, second and third in this, as Zhao has fought her way back. She's in fourth and sliding away. Madison de Rosario is up into fourth place now on the inside, but it's still Zhu who leads for China. McGrory in second place, Scaroni in third. Madison de Rosario came from the outside in Doha 2 years ago. Can she come on the outside here? She's back in fourth. Surely too much to do. We'll see. Zhao still leads for China. De Rosario coming on the outside. Is it too late? It's Zhao. And in second place, I think it's De Rosario. If not, it's McGrory. It's so close. She nipped in past her, by the way, in the heat to take third, but they all went through anyhow. But what a win for Zhao Li Hong. De Rosario for me is second, McGrory in third. And what a fabulous race. 3:34.09, and it's a double for Zhao Li Hong. The 800 metres champion here, and she's taking the 1500. Madison de Rosario in second place. 3:34.30. She came on the outside as she did 4 years ago, as she always seems to do, and she almost nicked it, and she knows it. Well, she nicked silver in the end off McGrory, who finished third. Scaroni was fourth, de Brunner fifth, who was in a great position for a lot of that, and it looked like she was talking tactics. The front back, the two Chinese were obviously communicating with each other. Then in the second back, it was Scaroni and de Brunner for a lot, and the two Australians, de Rosario and O'Connell, who were 5th and 6th. O'Connell finished 6th overall.
De Rosario, we ruined the fact around the 200 metre mark she tried to get out and she couldn't get out. It took her an extra 5 to 10 metres to get herself out and to get around the outside. And in the end, if she hadn't been able to do that earlier, she would have taken the win. You just see her, she's on the inside there, but she tried to get on the outside when they came round with about 200 metres to go. McGrory went wide, she pushed around the outside, Scaroni through the inside, Zhao held them off, but in the end, De Rosario, there was a length in it. If she'd have got out earlier, she would have possibly taken the victory.
Well, Zhao, in her own right, a great champion. Golds in the 4, the 8 and the 15 in the Asian Games last year and the Universal Relay. 4 golds in Asia, 2 here and more to come maybe. De Rosario nipping up into second place ahead of McGrory, and at one stage, by the way, as we see Zhu Li Hong dart home, she just did too much pace. McGrory trying to nick the gold, but in the end relegated to bronze. A little look outside and De Rosario's pounced again, not for gold but for the silver, and with 600 to go, De Rosario at one stage to me looked as if she was banging the front of her wheelchair. Maybe a little bit of frustration, or just to say, right, here we go. Zhu Li Hong, the champion, 815.
Like any race though, if you get boxed in and you can't get out, you've got to find a way, and she found a way eventually. But the issue is in wheelchair racing, as we saw in the men's heats earlier, that what happens is if you clip a wheel, someone flies up and it all happens from there.
So the women's 1500 T54, Zhao Li Hong gets the gold for China, Madison De Rosario the silver for Australia, Amanda McGrory the bronze for the United States, Scaroni in 4th. De Bruyne 5, O'Connell 6, Zhao Jiquan in 7, Chelsea McClammer in 8th. You know what the United States really were missing there? It's almost like a team captain. Their marshal, Tatiana McFadden, as my colleague in Rio, Matt Hill, was saying, it was the US trifecta over and over because she would be pulling the strings. They don't have her here, and they don't really have anybody else of the same ability who can manipulate the rest of the field the way she can.
And there is talk that does go on during these races as well as to who's going to go into position at the front, who's going to have a rest and go in behind, and then from there, in the last lap, it almost becomes a free-for-all. But they do work together as teams, and as you quite rightly mentioned there, Naomi McFadden, the winner back in 2017, did the New York Marathon this year. She looks ahead to Tokyo next year, and that sometimes makes a big difference, even if it is a small thing.
Stella Smaragdi watching on, the European bronze medalist in the long jump last year, because there's lots of Greek interest tonight. And McFadden, as well as that, missed Doha 4 years ago because it's marathon season, New York Marathon recently, and I mean there's good prize money there, there's good sponsorship, and frankly we'd love to see her here, but you can't blame her, you can't blame anybody if championships is just slightly away from a different time of year. But again, the T54, it just gives us great racing, particularly around the 800, 1500, as it takes time to develop and the tactics are out, and then you get full tilt racing.
It's a good night of racing tonight. Very good night indeed. Everyone enjoying it. Chinese flags are out. The Australian flags are out. Just reminding you of that big news before, that Evan O'Hanlon possibly in his final ever para-athletics race. He flies to Norway tomorrow to start the sliding season as pilot of the Australian able-bodied bobsled team.
The final of the men's 100 metres, T64, and we had such a thriller in the 200 final earlier in the week that perhaps something very similar can be produced in this decider. Went right to the line. And we had 2 world records in this event in the morning. World records broken by Malongo, who's in lane 7, and Flores in lane 4. The 3-time world champion, but he has never before won the 100 meters. Michael Saitis won silver in the 200 on Saturday night when Ronald Hertog pipped him on the line by 300ths of a second. And I'm not sure there's many who are expecting that. So here's the field then for the final of the men's 100 meters, T64. In lane 2 for the United States, bronze of the 200 meters in London, it's quick Nick Rogers. In lane 3 alongside him, he finished 7th in the 200 meters final this week, the Asian Games champion from Tokyo, Shunsuke Itani. In lane 4 for the German team, world record of 10:54 this morning. Paralympic gold in the 4x1. He's the reigning 200 and 400 champion from 2 years ago, but not the 200 anymore. Johannes Flores. In lane 5 for Greece, the 200 meters silver medalist from Saturday night. The 400 meters champion from London, Michael Saitis. In lane 6 for Germany, the European champion, claimed in Berlin last year, his 4th European crown, Felix Streng. In lane 7 for South Africa, it was a T44 world record holder this morning, 4th in the long jump in London 2 years ago. 11:09 was that world mark for South Africa's Mpelelelo Mulongo. In lane 8 for Italy, silver in the 4 and the 4x1 in London, Simona Managrasso. And in lane 9 for the United States, first global championship for the Eustace beef farmer, Kevin Huftler. This is quite an even field. Flores and Streng have been there before and they've won major championship medals. Flores did 2 in the 4 gold, silver in the 100 in London. Streng bronze in the 100 in Rio. Rogers in 2, Itani 3, Flores 4, Saitis 5, Streng 6, Longo 7, Managrasso 8, Huftler 9. The final of the men's 100 meters, T64. Another fast one could be on the way here. Two world records already today. Those were just the semis. Rogers 2, Itani 3, Flores 4, Saitis 5, Streng, Mulongo, Managrasso, Huftler. And they are away, and what a start. Brilliant by Streng. And look at this, Mulongo is flying up as well in lane 7. And now Flores is coming up. Flores is going to take it. Mulongo might just be pipped on the line. 10:59 is very fast. Mulongo might have broken the T44 world record again. He was up in 2nd place alongside Streng. But 10:59, a blistering winning time for Johannes Flores, who's now a 4-time world champion. It's been ratified as 10.60 seconds. No problem with the wind speed. But what about the photo finish? Longo was up there, Streng was up there too, and Mulongo with a world record in T44, 11 seconds stayed, gets the silver. Wow, 3 world records in this event. Streng also 11 seconds, and for the moment he's been given 3rd. So it's gone down to thousands. Huftler in 4th. 11:22 is a new lifetime best. Well, what a start by Mulongo. Flores took a while to get into his stride. We know this. With the blades, it always happens. And Flores, once he got going, he really does floor it. Look at that margin. And look at that battle for the silver between Mulongo and Streng. We've had 4 lifetime bests. Rogers with an America's record as well in 7th place in T62. But there was the slightest of margins between the torso. Blanca the silver, String the bronze, but Flores 10.60. One of the fastest times of his life. The second I would make it. Saito, so pipped in the 200 meters, was a little bit down in 5th. Quality right across the field. That was a dramatic one. What a margin, what a picture. Flores the gold, Blanca the silver, String the bronze. Prima.
South American record.
German gold and bronze, and that was a little inconsiderate by the cameraman. Wheel of words. Flores takes the victory, 10.60. Blanca the silver, the world record, 11 seconds dead. Felix String the bronze, 11 seconds dead. Another magnificent performance, a memorable victory. Loads happening in the field, and we're sitting on that a lot for the remainder of the night. But it was a big contest. It was an open contest, that men's 100 meters T64. And another world record. Deja Young did it this morning.
So the men's discus throw F56 seeded category.
Will be Nebojša Duric of Serbia. 2 throws remaining for Dos Santos. In the throws cage.
Barista Dos Santos in first position, his 5th attempt. For that is a red flag straight away. So that mark won't count. All these attempts taken at the same time in that seeded category. Seated throws, F51 to 57 is a limb deficiency class.
44.07. Foul with his 5th throw, so this will be the final throw for the event leader.
Batista Dos Santos, he's had 2 fouls, 44.07.
The Serbian,
his best, it was his 4th, and this is his last, and that one there is being given a red flag as well.
المحاولة السادسة والأخيرة للاعب البرازيلي كلوديو باتيستا دو سانتوس.
And he got a red flag at
so
the circle.
3 fouls out of 6.
Decided that he lifted from the chair.
That there is last throw. So 3 fouls for Dos Santos, lifting out of the chair, the reason he was fouled on that one. 44.07
High jump, we're still at a relatively early height.
will be good enough for him.
We've moved on to 1.60 m.
Possibly to pick up
3 athletes jumping at
the
this
gold
height.
medal. There is one more to go. Nebojša Duric of Serbia.
And the bad news is he's the world champion, defending. Bad news for Batista Dos Santos, of course.
So Brazil lead at present. Iran in 2nd place through Muhammad Yari, and India in the bronze medal position. Kathania of India
has retired
with a 42.05 best for him.
at the 2nd height. Some competitors not entering the competition until 1.80 m.
Still breezy.
Still 5 heights away.
Still good for China though. 30 medals for them now. They just keep on coming, don't they? More goals this evening. 13 in total now. Ukraine and Brazil in 2nd and 3rd. Russia, followed by Great Britain and Australia at the top of the table.
Final thrower is in the circle. That is Thekra Al-Kabi of United Arab Emirates. She's in 9th place. Still that championship record of Moskalenko leading, as you can see on the scoreboard.
Japan well represented on and off the track.
المحاولة الرابعة في دفع الجلة سيدات فئة F 32 وهي حاليا ترتيبها الثامن.
So still one more to go in the men's discus throw F56. We'll bring you that shortly, but for the time being, it is time to go back to the track because we have the women's 200 metres T12 heats. This, the first of 4. Just 3 going in this one. Looks like we have a non-starter. We were due 4 to go in this, but Mendonca Ferreira has withdrawn and does not start, so just 3 in the off. Iglesias Fornero, Shen and Kulinic Sorokina. Amara Durand, who we've already seen win 100 metres gold this evening. She will go a little later in heat number 4, so stand by. She's also the world record and championship record holder in this event. Kulinic Sorokina of Russia. We've seen her already competing in these World Championships. She's now onto the track. 6th in 2015. And Shen, who won gold in the 2014 Asian Para Games, she was 9th in the long jump. She goes in 5, and then inside her, Iglesias Fornero, who we've also seen already, the 20-year-old. She picked up a medal a little earlier this evening in the 100 metres, finishing with a silver. So the silver medalist in the women's 100 metres T12 will go in the 200 metres in the opening heat. Iglesias Fornero will go in 3. Shen Yakin of China will go in 5. And Anna Kulinic Sorokina of Russia will go in 7. The first heat of 4. The winner automatically qualifying to the semi-finals. And then the next 4 fastest across those 4 heats will also make it through to the last 8.
Good.
And they get away with no issues whatsoever. You just wonder about the stamina of Iglesias Fornero, having won in that 100 metres before where she picked up a silver, but she seems to be doing it quite nicely at the moment. She's the only 3 of the athletes who is running without a guide, not compulsory in this section at the moment. She's looking very smooth and comfortable indeed. She's going to take the win in 24.59. It is Kulinic Sorokina who goes across in 2nd, and Shen Yakin of China who comes home 3rd. 24.59 is the time which is given for Iglesias. 24.58 has been rounded down to 25.26 for Kulinic Sorokina in 2nd position. So she'll have to wait by now and hope that that is enough to get her through as one of the fastest losers. 25.87 for Shen Yakin in 3rd place. Gabriela Mendonca Ferreira did not start. The Brazilian. So that was Rather easy indeed for Iglesia Spornero. It's been a busy last couple of hours for her, with a silver in that 100 metres behind Amara Durand. The lady who was born in Mali but moved to Spain aged 11. Wonderful form. Medium visual impairment category. Confirmation of lifetime best then of 24.58 as she qualifies. Adiratu Iglesias Spornero. Anna Kulinic Sorokina, a lifetime best for her, 25.26. Shen in third place, and Mendonca Ferreira did not start.
Silver to Russia with Evgeny Galotiniova, and gold to Ukraine with Anastasia Moskalenko and a new championship record.
So the women's javelin reaching its climax. A bottle of the Hollies yet again, as it perennially seems to be. Arnold tends to take the golds and Robinson the silvers. Now it's Marisha of Venezuela, who's thrown 37.58 in the opening round. It's a penultimate attempt. Knocking around the same mark, but a fine throw this is. A belting throw by Mauricio, the Pan Am champion, and an America's record, 40.95. She's in the bronze medal position. Holly Robinson of Dunedin, New Zealand, their flag bearer for the opening ceremony in the Rio Paralympic Games. Silver in Rio, silver in London in the world, silver in the Commonwealth Games in Gold Coast. Behind the other Holly. 4 major championship silvers. Big battle between her and Arnold. Her second round throws an absolute belter. 39.65 in the opening round. Arnold leading with a 40.87. Robinson likes what she's produced.
Final thrower in the discus competition.
An exquisite throw. Well, she's thrown 45 meters this season.
This is Nebojsa Juric of Serbia. The distance for him to beat 44.07.
Robinson looking to edge beyond Arnold with that.
Those are the current standings on the scoreboard.
They seem to bring the best out of each other. Robinson into the lead, 41 meters 60. Arnold down into second, so with this third round attempt, needs to produce something massive. 40.87, she's on. Lying in second position. Can Arnold produce something big? Oh yes, she can. That's well beyond 40 meters. From the championship record holder, from the reigning European, World and Paralympic and Commonwealth Games champion. 6 major titles already to her name. She's won the last 3 world crowns. She loved it. She instantly loved it. How good is it? It's brilliant. She's broken her old championship record, 44.73, and she's in for the gold again. Holly Arnold, the world champion for a 4th time. 44.73, Holly Arnold takes the gold. Holly Robinson, silver again. And Naives Mauricio with the America's record, bronze for Venezuela. Couple of lifetime bests down the way as well. But Holly Arnold has done it again.
Women's long jump T64. 10 starters in this one. This for the category with a lower limb prosthesis. Ten going, 2 from Japan. Marleen van Gansenwinkel, who was disqualified on the track earlier in these championships, goes as well. Fleur Jong, who's the T62 world record holder from the Netherlands, set earlier this year. No Marie-Amélie Lefeur, who broke the T64 world record last year, but Saki Takakua with a lifetime best set this year of 5.27. Maria Tietze also improving her lifetime best this year, 4.83 for the German, 30 years of age. Fleur Jong, the first of two Dutch athletes taking part in this. She's in the T62 category, one of two T62s in this. Tiffaine Solder of France, 4.33 for her lifetime best. Andres Baudio of Spain, 33 years of age. Marleen van Gansenwinkel, who thought she picked up a medal earlier on in this championships, and unfortunately for her, when she went down to the mix zone, she found out she'd been disqualified. Second of the T62s taking part, Madison Wilson Walker of Canada, 4.29 her lifetime best. Second of the Japanese as well, Maya Nakanishi, 5.51 lifetime best. This year, season best of 5.05. Australia's Sarah Walsh, 5.34, she'll be looking to beat. And last but not least, it is Beatrice Hatz of the United States of America. So in the T64, Marie-Amélie Lefeur with a world record set last year in Berlin, and she also holds the championship record set in Doha, which was 4 years ago. And in the T62, two of the athletes in that category, Fleur Jong, who goes in this, it is the championship world record she has, which is 5.21 meters, set in Paris back in August.
Well, a huge amount of Japanese interest here in the crowd and from Japanese television as well, and it is a Japanese jumper to get us running. 5.27 lifetime best makes Saki Takakua a contender, undoubtedly. Well, big build-up, big red flag. Such is life. Are there any words of Japanese wisdom, any phrase?
Let me tell you this, that was Subarashi Kunoi. Not very good.
She's the 100 meters Asian champion and bronze in the long jump in the Asian Games last year. You're now quipping in Japanese. I can't compete with that.
Takakua then a foul with her. She got involved in athletics in 2008, her first year of high school. So, a foul for her first up. Let's see if Maria Tietze of Germany can get a mark. This has sometimes happened in these long jump competitions. Slight headwind, not too bad actually this evening, compared to what it has been at times, especially earlier in the evening as well. As Tietze gets herself ready to go, the cone down there hasn't been moved away. She's actually a translator, talking of things and changing languages. She's a translator, speaks English, German and Russian. So that, from the naked eye, looked like it was a fine enough jump. She only took up para-athletics 2 years ago in Bayer Leverkusen Club in Germany, naturally. In the European Championships last year, she finished in 4th position, just outside the medals.
I've seen her already this week in the dramatic track action and didn't really use the board at all there. She had no interest in para-athletics. She attended a talk by David Bearer that got her interested. How good she's turned out to be.
Well, she was running into a slight headwind, -0.9, and she's on the board though. 4.10 with her opening jump.
Fleur Jong next for the Netherlands. Now, prospects of the Dutch maybe picking up a couple of medals here. Very good on the track. Bronze in the 200 meters in Doha. Major championship medal. Now with the prosthetic, they're going to have to look very closely. I haven't seen her in the long jump previously. That's given us a good one. She's had her left stump smoothed off in the past year, and it's a major international comeback after a year off. And now involved in the jumps.
One jump, the bar is now 1.80 m. We had 5 first-time clearances and now 2 third-time clearances. The bar will now move to 184, and those performances include an equal Asian record, equal
Yeah, that's perfectly fine, but it happened so quickly, and I guess to the naked eye of some judges, because there's no foot involved, it's just hard to adjust and happens a bit more quickly. Fleur Jong is coached by Guido Bonsen, that's national coach. He's with the Fanos team in Amsterdam, and 5:05 gives her the leads. Lives in Middenbeemstad.
Taifein Solder of France. 17 years of age. There are a load of young athletes in this, but her first jump is a foul. Not too far over, but far enough to mean that she has the X put next to her name. The 17-year-old student, first major championship, took up para-athletics back in 2016, her first competition around 2.5 years ago in early 2017. That's her coach, Gwenelle Lampetit. Giving her some information.
Sara Andres Barrio, Spain, who we haven't seen compete in a long jump in a major championship before, but bronze in the 2 and the 4 in London at the last World Championships, and silver in Berlin last year in the 200 meters. Andres Barrio going right onto the board. It's a white flag, it's a fair jump. Andres Barrio with a lifetime best set this year of 4:36. She's a T62, guesting in the T64 category. Andres Barrio going out beyond 4 meters. Based in Madrid and coached by Carlos Llanos Rodriguez. And she goes into the silver medal position, 4:27.
Well, next up, Marleen van Ganswinkel, disqualified on the track. She now moves to the field events. Chose cycling and athletics when she was younger, but quickly dropped the bike, she said. Last year in the European Championships, she won gold in the 100 and 200 metres in the T64. Picked up silver in the long jump. Silver also 2 years ago in this event. And in 2015, so this year looking to go one better and try and get gold. White flag given. So Fleur Jong, her Dutch compatriot, leads at the moment with a jump of 5:05. Van Ganzenwinkel, lifetime best of 5:61, season best of 5:51. Very tight to the board there. Very tight indeed. Look at that. Wonderful shot. Wonderful shot. Great jump. Good distance. Over the 5 metre mark, but is it enough to take the lead? It is. 5:24 running into a headwind as well. Marleen van Ganzenwinkel has gone into the gold medal position early on in this, the women's long jump T64 final.
Next event, the men's high jump T64. Still in the relative early stages of this. And a field of 9 in this. And our joint leaders right now, clearing 184. Tamerbek Gyasov and Toru Suzuki of Japan. And on Count Bank, Praveen Kumar in third for India. Lifetime best with the same mark. As we join Tarek Burukoglu, who's equalled the European record of 180, and it's his second attempt of 184. This to join the rest. No joy. That was his second attempt at it. They've still got 7 left in this. Jonathan Broom-Edwards clearing 180, but he's skipped this mark, as has Rafael Rubi of Venezuela. Gurimu Narita of Japan, his second attempt at 180. Oh, and he's got it. He's got there. 4 clear now at 184. And he got that one absolutely right to the second attempt. And with Broom-Edwards and Uribe skipping, there's only one man still to jump at 184. And it's Tariq Burukoglu again. Final attempt at 184. Big, big moment. Oh, and he's done it! Third time lucky, and that is a new outright European record for Burukoglu. He put some amount of pressure on himself. 5 clear at that mark. Broom-Edwards and Arube skipping. 7 left in the competition. Burukoglu. That was a real tentative one for him, but he made it.
In lane 5, ranked number 2 in the world for Ukraine.
Vivian Pereira-Suarez, by the way, winning the second heat of women's 200 meters T12 in 24.96 seconds.
Representing Brazil. Getila Teodoro.
As we go on to 188. And Broom-Edwards, a Great Britain, has also elected to skip 188. Well, he's been here before and he's done it before and he knows what he's doing. Rafael Uribe going for 188 for Venezuela.
Now you can go. Now you can go.
Bronze in the Paralympics in Rio. 188, first attempt. No, just a wobble. The man from Caracas just couldn't quite get clear. Just brushed it off, frustratingly.
Bottichuk has a margin on season's best over the rest of his field. He's gone out well in
As long as that doesn't cause him a long-term problem. Toru Suzuki's not hanging around. His first attempt at 188. He's gliding straight clear and he's gliding over. Lovely jump by Suzuki.
We'll keep an eye on the clock. 24.63. Those high winds from earlier on this evening have calmed right down.
Clear and clean
for the sprinters, but within allowable limits for record purposes.
And the first man to clear the new heights.
And while that was on, Suzuki of Japan went clear at 1.88 to take the lead.
Perfect set of marks. Here's our outright leader. No failure yet.
Jonathan Broome-Edwards of Great Britain and Northern Ireland still to enter the competition at the next scheduled height, which is 192.
Well, after a major scare last time out, Tariq Burakoglu, 3 attempts at 184. Going for another new European record, 188. It would be his third, and it can still be his third, but not this time.
بزمن وقدره 24 ثانية 62 جزء من المئة وتأهل للأدوار النصف النهائية.
Burakoglu, bronze in Berlin last year in the high jump and 4th in the last Worlds in London.
Gurimu Narita of Japan, first attempt at 188.
Narita of Japan, 188. Having cleared 184, this to join his colleague. He's well supported, but he's not well clear. He brought that down with his shoulder. He's got the technique wrong. T64, the single below knee amputee category.
Well, connoisseurs of the high jump who've seen a few over the years will want to watch that technique of Narita, an S-shaped approach to the bar.
2 attempts missed at 180 and 1 at 184 and now 1 at 188.
2 more attempts if he needs them at 188. Next to jump for the first time will be Temurbek Giazov
Uzbekistan. Temurbek Gizyasov, who we've seen clearing 184. Uzbekistan already striking gold here. The reigning Asian Games champion. Claimed in Jakarta a year ago. Coached by Sardar Abdurakalov. Oh, so close, but he just brushed it off, possibly with the calves. Close one.
تظهر على الشاشة النتائج الأولية للوثب الطويل سيدات فئة تي 64.
Giasov just denied, and that's his first miss of the night.
اللعبة الهولندية مسافة 5 أمتار 24 تتصدر المجموعة تليها اليابانية
Praveen Kumar, lifetime best of 184 last time out.
واللعبة الثالثة الهولندية فلير يونغ.
And in the men's shot put, we've only had 2 throws.
They really excel in the field events in parasport. Praveen Kumar now, his first major championship. Good reason, he's 16 years old. Oh, unlucky! Unlucky Praveen Kumar. He gave that a really good tilt. How agonizing. It stayed up until it didn't. It's in the bronze medal position for now. Still 7 in the competition. Uribe returns, the Paralympic bronze medalist for Venezuela.
للأوزبكستاني فونيد نوربيكوف مسافة 16 متر 39.
It's a combined high jump event across a whole load of categories, the 40s and the 60s in the Pan Am Games. And he didn't get high in that, but a teammate of his did. Lo Gonzalez. And Lo, he did win bronze. Rafael Uribe is clear at 188. He and Suzuki, but because Uribe's needed 2 attempts, he goes into the silver medal position. Suzuki leads. He's the T64 world record holder, Suzuki. And he's the only one to clear this height of the first attempt.
It's the final heat of the women's T12 200 meters.
Burukoglu attempting his 3rd European record of the night. The 19-year-old. Trying to deal with the distraction. The clock being reset. He was all primed and ready as well. 4th in the last Worlds. And that just went wrong. That just went badly wrong. 2 misses by him at 188, and he's under pressure now. Finished 1 place behind Suzuki in London. Needed 2 meters to get a medal there. That was in the T44s. This is now the 64. The classifications have been shaken up in the past 18 months. Gurimu Narita of Japan, now 186, his lifetime best set this year. He's got 184, 2nd attempt at a new lifetime best. Born in Osaka, based in Tokyo now. Narita, who is a reigning para snowboard champion, 3-time world champion. That's an unusual style. Swings in right at the end. 2 misses. It is in athletics his major championship debut.
At that height of 1.88 m, we've had 2 athletes clear so far. We're on 2nd attempts. Jonathan Broom-Edwards of Great Britain still to enter the competition.
It's the banked slalom in snowboard in which he excels. World champion in it twice. Paralympic champion once in the snowboard cross as well. Now that's thrilling.
Now that we've completed those heats, we can see that Katrin Muller-Rothgaard in that last heat will get one of the non-automatic places for
Tanya
the
Frieden
semi-final.
made it so once upon a time. Giyazov now, the Asian Games champion.
The other non-automatic places go to Anna Sokorina.
Second attempt at 188. Only Suzuki and Arobi have cleared this. Competition could thin down very quickly. Oh, look at that. And with a lot to spare, Giyasov. 195 is lifetime best. He's got more to give here. He goes into the joint silver medal position alongside Uribe and behind Suzuki. Quality. A lot of room to maneuver.
Another personal best for the Indian athlete. He remains in fourth place. We're on to third attempt for Bairukoglu.
Praveen Kumar didn't hang around.
Yes.
Lifetime best, 188. He just flew over. So that's 4 men clear, but he goes
So
into
Tarek
fourth.
Bairukoglu of
So
Turkey
2 men
has
have had
already
2
broken the
misses.
European
Narita
record
is one
in
and
this
Burakoglu
competition.
the other. And this
A
is
third
it.
attempt
2
now for
European
the Turkish
records
athlete
already
of
completed.
188.
His third and last attempt at 188 for a third European record to stay in the competition. All down to this.
And unfortunately, he bows out.
The run-up did not convince, and neither did the attempt, and then
Third attempt.
There
but he
were
goes away with
6.
a new European record and personal
just
best.
came down at it really
Sixth place.
with the end of his
Remember,
torso,
still to enter the competition. So 1 jump remaining.
and that was
A last
it.
chance to have a look at this S-shaped approach from Gurunu Narita of Japan.
So Narita now, 2 misses at 188 in this to wrap it up. Needs to clear third and final attempt from a man who retired
So
from
Narita
snowboarding
starts almost
a year ago. He's been a big name in Japanese sport, trying to continue that now.
then
And he's
it's a
only
180
25.
approach to the bar. Third and final attempt for the Japanese
Next
athlete
Winter
to
Paralympics
stay
is
alive in the
2022.
competition.
And Evan O'Hanlon, as we've seen earlier, making an attempt for the Winter Olympics. Australian bobsleigh team. So Narita now. .188, third and final attempt. He came close. Going to brush with the thigh, and he's out. 4 have cleared 188, and Broome Edwards has sat out a couple of heights. Cleared 180 for security, but Narita is dispatched. And now that women's 200 meters T12, by the way, Amara Duran winning her heat, 24.71, and Oksana Batorchuk the same, 24.63. We'll see them in the semi-finals. Five left in this final of the men's high jump, T64, Suzuki, Giyazov, Uribe, Praveen Kumar, Just, and Broome Edwards. We go up to 192.
في سباق الوثب الطويل سيدات فئة تي 64 تستعد اللعبة اليابانية مايا ناكانيشي المحاولة الثانية وهي ترتيبها حاليا في المركز الثاني بعد الهولندية ماريان فان كانجيري.
Field really thinning out. And Uribe in his first World Championships. Waving the national colours proudly on the singlet. That's the bore to that run up. The clock, I don't believe it actually started. So he gets a free run on that. The clock has started now, finally. They've got that set. But he's spotted some other problem. I don't think they're going to reset it for him. He's been allowed onto the track. There's been a little bit of activity around him, but he is okay. So Uribe then. His first attempt at 192. And I'm afraid his attempt is probably going to be curtailed. And I believe it's been curtailed, possibly by an official not involved in this competition but on the track.
There's two officials out there. There's one to do with the track. There's the one on the field events, and they're not communicating with each other, so we don't know who's doing what. Now they're having an argument with each other, so they decided that, well, we're going to bring Arube in. We're going to wait for this race to take place on the track. Then you can have a go. So there is a track race taking place. It's about to take place. The first heat of 4 in the men's 400 metres T54. So when Stat goes through, Arube, Pimentel will then have his attempt.
Nicely coordinated. Blustery old evening it is, but it's been a nice warm night. Suzuki, Girzov, Uribe, Praveen are the 4 who've cleared, and you don't see Jonathan Broom-Edwards' name there, but he's still in it, having cleared at 180, but having passed up 184 and 188. As we go back to the long jump, Takakawa for Japan.
Van Ganswinkle still leads. She led last time you were with us. That out around the 5 metre mark has been given the white flag. For Takakawa. Currently in 5th position, 4:58 with her second attempt. Plenty of Japanese interest. A 27-year-old from Kumagaya. Lives in Tokyo now. Right leg amputated below the knee in 2005. Well, she's improved 5:04. She moves into 5th position.
Cesaro, the fastest man in the field.
Maria Titsa, her third attempt, currently in 7th, 4:10, her best. White flag given, but I think we can see with the naked eye and from her reaction that that is not what she wants. 4:83, a lifetime best set this year by the German. Well, she says sport is freedom. Sometimes it can hurt, but she has improved by 4 centimetres, so 4.14. Her best effort so far, but quite some distance, 69 centimetres off her lifetime best. There's Fleur Yong with her 3rd attempt. Looking to push herself up from 4th position. Sarah Walsh of Australia sits 3rd. Nakanishi of Japan in 2nd, and Van Ganswinkel of the Netherlands is in the gold medal position at present. Only took up the sport in 2013. Her senior international debut was back in 2015. She hasn't improved. She's 7 centimetres worse off than her opening jump. She's in 4th position as the French youngster. Taifei Saldi, 390 was her best effort. She's in 8th position at the moment. What a great night for France on the track with Timothy Adolphe picking up a gold medal. Surely she was inspired by watching that beforehand. Must be great to see some of these French athletes who have been around for what appears an age. Adolphe picking up his first ever global gold medal. So she's now ready to go. She's hanging on to 8th position at the moment. She'll want to improve though and put a few more centimetres between her and 9th position and move into those final 3 jumps. Lifetime best of 4:33. So 43 centimetres off that. Maybe not an improvement either. It isn't. 384. Taifei Saldi stays in 8th position. Well, here's the lady who's currently 6th, a lifetime best of 4:56 with her 2nd attempt. Andres Barrio of Spain. Really gave that one some.
Next to go to long jump. Moving the self-start blade base. Holly Van Ganswinkel leading in long jump.
Bit of a gap there. Could go slightly further forward to get a few more centimetres, but most importantly, it's not a foul. I think her coach realises that. 4:45, so it doesn't improve in that lifetime best. The lady from Madrid. Now here's the leader, Van Ganswinkel of the Netherlands. Thought she picked up a medal on the track this week. Disqualified. Can she pick up a medal in the long jump? Well, she's lying in the pit. She hit the board, she went down. Silver in this event 2 years ago. That day, 5:29 was her best effort. 5 centimetres off that at the moment. Wonderful jump, wonderful position there. From Marleen van Gansewinkel of the Netherlands. .496, so no improvement, but she is, with 3 to go, in first position. As Fleur Young gives her congratulations and encouragement.
Back into the high jump T64 final. Toru Suzuki, second attempt at 192, which would be a new world record for his category, and he's over! Suzuki's pulled it off for the second attempt. He's been overtaken by Jonathan Broom-Edwards, who cleared in his first attempt at 192, and so did Temabek Giosov. But Suzuki, a great leap, an equal world record in his T64 category. Praveen Kumar, lifetime best at 192 as well, and on count back he's fourth, and we're down to the last 4. 196 is the next target.
So there are the current standings in the women's long jump T64. Van Gansewinkel leads the way in that one.
Nakanishi of Japan. Is currently in the silver medal position, and no jump in round 2, but that 5:10 season best in the opening round. Again into a strong headwind. Has her in second place behind Marleen van Gansewinkel, who had that big disappointment disqualification on the track, having claimed the bronze medal earlier in the week. She's ready to roll. Madison Wilson-Walker has just jumped, by the way, 3:59. We didn't show her. She's down in 9th and been eliminated, but she was a flower girl at the Vancouver Winter Olympic Games. We'll save that stat for the future when we actually do see her. Nakanishi then. Looked to be a solid use of the board. 5:10 in the opening round. Nakanishi didn't, in the end, use the board whatsoever and gave around 25 centimetres away. Knocking around that mark of 5:10. She's already produced, and it's 5:04. She doesn't improve, and she stays in the silver medal position. The high jump moves on to 196. Still a bit of adjusting to be done. This is the man who's going to go next, Toru Suzuki, who's equaled his own world record in the T64 at 192. Currently in the bronze medal position. All the others clearing 192. Haven't been in world record form because they're T44s. So Suzuki with there is a massive Japanese crowd here. 196, to go into the gold medal position, break the world record. Oh, he came close. He came very close. Brushed it off, probably with the top of the thigh. But the high jump is hotting up. Medals last time in London came after 2 meters. Probably just a bit higher than the thigh, but Suzuki, who has written his autobiography, it came out 11 years ago. Probably time for a new one. Asian Games champion 2014 and the 4x1. And his first World Championship medal came in 2006. Jonathan Broome-Edwards has never won a major championship gold. He might help himself to one here. 196 and he's clear. He's generally been jostling with Mattia Lepiato. Gold in Rio and Doha, where he set the world and championship records. Broome-Edwards second behind him each time. Silver in Rio, silver in London, Doha, Lyon. Broome-Edwards leads. Temerberg, Giosov trying to clear it. 196 with him, the Asian Games champion. He has lovely clearance. It's a new Asian record, and he goes into the silver medal position on countback, having missed a 188. Broome-Edwards faultless so far, but Giosov has gone further than he has in his career. Coast by Sada Dukolikov, that wasn't him. Praveen Kumar now. Lifetime best of 192 in the previous round. And, well, that came off with his shoulder. He's got a bit of work to do there with that technique. Took off wrong. So 4 left in the competition. Broome-Edwards, Giosov clear at 196. Suzuki and Praveen Kumar with 2 misses at the same mark. Or should I say a miss each. So Broome-Edwards in the gold medal slot and in pole position. Giosov in the silver medal mark, also 196. Suzuki, Praveen Kumar, the only 2 left in the competition.
Suzuki, Japan in the high jump.
So heat 3 in the men's 400 metres T54. 2 gone before us. Lappin, Van Wiegel, Zhang Yong, Yuki Nishi of Japan will go in 4. Dai of China won the opener with Richie Kiyosara of Great Britain second. Saijin Kongen of Thailand came in 3rd. And Carter of Australia, Liu of China, and Nathan Maguire of Great Britain came top 3 in the second one. That man there, Cedric Rivette, Commonwealth Games in 2014. He picked up the medal there, 9th in the 1500 metres in this event a couple of years ago. Janelle Arapin, 31 years of age, goes from lane 7. Bronze in the Commonwealth Games 1500 for Jake Lappin, goes from 7 himself. Zhang Yong, 19th in the marathon earlier this year in the World Championships, goes from 6. Kenny Van Wiegel of the Netherlands, 8th in the 100 metres final. 2016 gold, Nis goes in lane 5. That gold in Rio. And Yuki Nishi of Japan will go from lane 4, the man who once played wheelchair basketball at junior level before switching to para-athletics. Paralympic champion Kenny Van Wiegel. Men's 400 metres T54, heat 3 of 4. The first 3 of these 6 automatically qualifies to the semi-final, and then the next 4 fastest qualifiers across the 4 heats will also move through. Zhang Yong of China.
On your mark.
27 years of age. Gold in the Asian Para Games last year. So away they go. Jake Lappin, who was in the final 1,500 metres of that earlier on, he was inspired by the great Kurt Fernley to take up this sport, and what a job he's done so far. But out in front at the moment, it is the Indonesian, by the looks of things, Janel Arapin, who's really stretched out there. Lappin is working his way back on the inside, as is Zhang Yong of China, and Kenny Van Veegel, who goes from lane 5 and stretched right back there. Yuki Nishi is struggling away to get himself around. He's currently in last place, the Japanese athlete. It is Zhang of China who leads. On the outside of Jake Lappin, it is Janel Arapin. Lappin trying to come through there. Arapin going through in second. Lappin might have just pipped him on the line, but it's Zhang who's taken the win there in a time of 47.58 seconds. It's been rounded down to for the Chinese athlete. Arapin picks up second in a time of 48.30, and Lappin qualifies as well, 48.36. Well, there's a bit of a shock for you, isn't it? Kenny Van Veegel, the Paralympic champion, has failed to go through in the top 3. He's finished 4th in 48.55, so he's now going to have to wait to see if he goes through as one of those 4 fastest qualifiers. But there's your winner from Heat 3 of 4, China's Zhang Yong, who won gold in this event at the Asian Para Games last year.
No, he can't, but I think he will take the bronze medal. So the bar will now go to 199 with Broom Edwards and Giazol.
Well, Arapin got away really quickly. Zhang caught him in the home straight and took the win. Arapin second, Lappin third, and Van Veegel just left his run a little bit too late. .47.58 the time for Zhang. China sitting top of the medal table, and they'll have another crack at a gold in the semi-finals of the 400 metres T54. Zhang will look to work his way through to the final, but given his form, you'd think so. Lifetime best there in second for Arapin of Indonesia, with Lappin coming third.
The high jump hots up. We have lost Suzuki. He's had his third and final attempt. And Praveen Kumar has missed his third also. We're down to 2. Jonathan Broom Edwards, perennial silver medalist. Surely the greatest chance of his life to win a major championship gold.
2 jumps, 2 clearances. He's in the gold medal position.
His namesake, almost. With those famous triple jump titles. World Championships in '95 and eventually was Olympic champion. Jonathan Broom Edwards has claimed 5 silvers and a bronze in his career. So here he comes for 199. This could be gold for Broom Edwards. He's missed it.
Failure for Jonathan Broom Edwards at 1.99 m.
What a chance. Giasov waiting in the wings.
Go into the lead if he can go clear first time. He's broken the T44 European record at previous heights.
So he's missed his first attempt at 199. Giasov has his first attempt shortly. But before that, the men's 400 meters T54. We go into heat 4. The reigning world champion Yassim Garbi goes in this. Champion in the 2 and the 4 in London.
Goes clear to take
And the great Leo Pekatati as well. The 5-time European, 4-time world, 5-time Paralympic world champion. I'll try and cram this man's life story as quickly as possible. He lost his right leg in the 1988 Armenian earthquake. Since then, he's represented Armenia in skiing at the Paralympic Games, sailing in the Summer Games, and cross-country skiing last year in Pyeongchang. Yassim Garbi is the defending champion in this. Leo Pekatati has won gold here in the 100 already, in which he excels. And League 3 for Spain, Jose Quintero, who's also a para-triathlete, and like Nazarian in lane 9, it's his first major para-athletics championship. So Nazarian has competed in 3 Winter Paralympics and 2 Summer Paralympics, skiing, sailing, cross-country skiing. In lane 8 for Mexico, bronze in the 100 meters here, Juan Cervantes. In lane 7 for Russia, bronze in the 200 meters in Doha. He was 7th in the 1500 meters here, and in the 2016 Europeans, 4 silvers, 3 bronze, Alexei Panichuk. In lane 6 for Thailand, the Asian Games bronze medalist in the 4 and the 8, silver in the 15 for Horet Kongrak. In lane 5, the flying Finn, the 100 meters world champion again here, Leo Pekatati. In lane 4 for Tunisia, the reigning 200 and 400 meters world champion for Tunisia, Yassim Garbi. And in lane 3 for Spain, first major championship for the para-triathlete, Jose Quintero. Leo Pekatati with 9 global titles, mainly in the 100 meters, never in the 4. Kongrak going out earlier today in the semis of the 1500 meters and finished 8th in the 800. Pekatati already with 1 medal here. He won 2 in London, gold in the 1 and silver in the 2. Garbi finished 4th in the 800 meters here, semi-finalist in the 15. But Nazarian has got the most amazing CV, and there's a para-powerlifter, Greta Badanyan, who became a para-athlete in the same circumstances, that 1988 earthquake. And the Russian Deputy Prime Minister who looked after Chernobyl also aided the recovery there as well. Quintero 3, Garbi 4, Tati, Kongrak, Bajinok, Cervantes, Nazarian. In this 4th heat of the men's 400 meters T54, top 3 to go through to the semi-final and the next 4 fastest losers. Garbi, of course, getting off to a great start. You'd expect nothing less from him. Kongrak also. It's an amazing mix of athletes from the shorter and the longer distances this. And Garbi, who scored double success in the 2 and the 4 in London, is looking really good at the moment. Leo Pekatati hasn't gone away either. It's the top 3 who go through, but this man is really in a class of his own here in this distance, in this race. Garbi is well clear and is going to get the victory. Bajinok in 2nd place, and Leo Pekatati just takes 3rd. Ahead of Kongrak and Cervantes in 4th and 5th.
Coming into the stroke, let's get behind Stas Nazarian.
Very good win for Yassim Garbi. 47.05. Garbi gets the victory. And coming home is Nazarian, by the way, who's been involved in all those sports. And now he's a world championship competitor in a 4th one. We salute you, sir. Stas Nazarian is 2 years younger than me and 8 days. I feel like he's achieved a lot more than me, but Yassine Garbi's achieved a huge amount. 47.05. It's a fantastic victory for him. Leo Pegatati also through. And Beechinok, Claire, they're the top three to qualify. And also through Kongrak in fourth and Cervantes Garcia in fifth. Excellent start by Garbi, without much doubt about it. He very much was the quality of this field. He ended up winning by 0.8 of a second, but Beechinok has already been involved in 2 races today, in the 1500 meters this morning, and again this evening in the final. And having finished 7th in the 1500 meters, finally goes through in second here behind Garbi. Tati in third, and he eased up maybe slightly early, but he got through in third, automatically qualifying. But even if he was caught on the line, Kongrak and Cervantes going through with small queues. There was only 0.25 between them. And I hate to say it, Nazarian's been disqualified along with Quintero of Spain. They were 6th and 7th over the line. Come on, boys. So all of the men who finished that race go through. Garbi, Beechinok, Tati, Kongrak, and Cervantes. And it's another chapter for the huge autobiography of Stas Nazarian. So these are the men through to the final. Garbi the fastest, ahead of Kenny Van Riegel. Liu Yang also there. Kongrak, Nathan Maguire with a lifetime best for Great Britain. Into the semi-finals. Samuel Carter as well, who actually won his heats, but who's one of the slowest times. It's all about qualifying. No change at the top of the women's long jump.
Marlene van Ganzenwinkel, 5:24. Hats of the USA has moved herself up into second position. Takanishi of Japan currently in third position. Beatrice Hats with her third attempt, 5:11, putting her second. She fouled with her opening 2. A new American record. So Hakanishi now has been relegated into the bronze medal position, a season best with her opener, 5.10, foul, 5.04. She needs to find another couple of centimetres. If she wants to get up into the gold medal position, she'll have to find 15 centimetres. Lifetime best of 5:51, so it is possible. Off she goes. Well, the white flag has been given. So Maya Nakanishi, it's out around the 5 metre mark. She needs to find a few centimetres to get back into second position. It's not too far off. It must be very, very close. Let's have a look and see how close she is. Oh, she's close, but no cigar. 5:09. She stays in third position with that season best opener. So here's the lady who is in second place, Beatrice Hats of the United States of America, with her 4th attempt. After a couple of fouls, she found the mark at 5:11. That one's a white flag effort as well. 19 years of age. Used to practice softball, basketball, football, snowboarding and skiing when she was younger, then got involved in athletics. This, her first major championships. High School Female Athlete of the Year last year, named by US Paralympics. That is about as perfect on the takeoff board as you can get. Currently in the silver medal position behind Van Gansenwinkel, who picked up silver a couple of years ago. Well, she's consistent. 2 fouls and then 2 jumps within 1 centimetre of each other. She's in the silver medal position. What an effort. First major championships, and she's right up there with a chance. Here is the leader, Van Gansenwinkel. Well, she lost the run up there completely. Absolutely lost the run up with around 5 metres to go. You can see a coach there wondering what on earth went on. She's not sure herself. Guido Bonson, her coach. There you go. You saw that little skip step. 1 lung jump. Bronze back at the 2016 games. 2:29. Most athletes would actually walk back and not want that at all. Anyway, it's on the resume, as you could say. Makes no difference. She stays in first position as we head back to the track. We'll come back to that long jump shortly. Men's 100 metres, T52, first heat of 2. Yuki Oya of Japan will go in lane 6. McIntosh of Australia in 5. And Thailand always strong in the T51 to 54 categories. Peth Rungsri for them. Gianfranco Iannota, the reigning Paralympic champion, out in lane 7.
On the track, it's the men's 100 metres T52.
25-year-old American from New Jersey, competed in para-archery. Gold in 2016, he took bronze in 2017, so looking to go a little bit better this time. First 3 go through, next 2 fastest will advance through to the final. There is the Thai of Peth Rungsri. His best Paralympic game result was back in Beijing in 2008 when he was 6th.
In lane 4, number 2 in the world for the USA.
Isaiah Rigo from Champaign, Illinois.
Isaiah
His
Rigo.
3rd.
In lane 5, representing Australia. Sam McIntosh.
Sam McIntosh, 29 from Geelong in Victoria, 4th in 2016, 6th 2 years ago in 2017.
Yuki Oya.
And this man here, Yuki Oya, began para-athletics in 2006. He does 5 sessions a week now, increased it from 3. There is the current Paralympic champion, Gianfranco Iannota, 25 years of age. From Mexico, wearing the distinctive pink as they are here. Leonardo de Jesus Perez Juarez and Fabian Blum of Switzerland. Prior to his injury in 2014, he competed in artistic gymnastics, and he was 4th at last year's European Championships in Berlin. So Oya of Japan goes from lane 6 on his outside. He'll know what he has to come up with. Gianfranco Iannota. Raymond Martin holds both the world and championship records. And he'll be going in the 2nd heat, but in this one, they get away with no issues at all and really pushing through. It is the reigning Paralympic champion, Gianfranco Iannota. Even at this early stage, you can see he's going to go across and take first place. It is the Japanese athlete Oya on the inside is going to take 2nd, and Sam McIntosh of Australia takes the 3rd automatic qualification position, taking him through to the final. So USA, Japan and Australia in that order going through. Season best of 16.92 for Gianfranco Iannota. Oya did his best. He knew what he had to go with. 17.49 he came home with. And McIntosh 17.76 for him. Taking third position and moving through to the final. One more heat to come. Pretty easy for that man there. T52s towards the bottom end of the 51 to 54 category, 54 being the most capable. And Iannota away there, winning by a couple of lengths. Oya in second and McIntosh holding on ahead of Perez Juarez to pick up that third automatic qualification position. Easy enough indeed for the man on the left. The New Jersey athlete heading through, doing it quite easy. Oya started para-athletics 13 years ago. He goes through in second place, and Sam McIntosh picks up third. There's confirmation of that. Season best for Iannota. Area record for Oya. And McIntosh also through.
So, Jong of the Netherlands. Round 5, lying in 5.05. Dutch gold at the moment through Marlene van Ganswinkel. Looks set to leave with a medal after being disqualified after the fact, having claimed bronze on the track earlier this week in the 64. And Fleur Jong, who's mainly been a track athlete in her career, but having a tilt at the long jump now, just dragged the prosthetic back, so used enough of the boards. That won't be 5 meters, and we'll keep her in 5th spot. So Jong remains 5th. She's only 5 centimeters off bronze and 6 off silver. Here goes Sarah Walsh then for Australia, 5.09, 1 centimeter off bronze. Walsh on the way. Now that's over 5 meters. And it's a fair jump, it's a white flag. She might have done something big there, Sarah Walsh. A big chance for Walsh here to do something big, something very big. Her Oceania record is 5 meters 20, based in Canberra with the national team from Sydney originally, 4th in the last World Championships. 5.09 her best, she's in 4th place. Walsh, pensive, and she goes up to silver. 5 meters 20 for Australia and equals her oceanic record.
Nakanishi of Japan in 4th place in the long jump, looking for your support.
Wow, what a triumph. Nakanishi.
So Nakanishi has now been relegated into 4th position. Over 5 meters. Takeoff board is fine. But now the pressure really comes on. Season best of 5.10 She is 1 centimetre behind Beatrice Hatz in 3rd place. She's 10 centimetres behind Sarah Walsh, who's in the silver medal position, and she is looking pretty good, judging by reactions. As to watch, it's out over the 5 metre mark by the looks of things. But she now needs to find herself 5 centimetres to displace Nakanishi into the bronze position with 1 to go. And if that tells you anything, she doesn't think she's done it. 484, she hasn't, so she's got 1 jump left to try and push herself up into a medal position.
But now Marlena's top of the wall. Men's 100 metres T52. Heat 2 of 2. Featuring some of the all-time greats of wheelchair racing in T52. Raymond Martin with all those world goals. Beat Bush as well. And Hernandez Mondragon of Mexico. We've got the reigning European champion in this as well. And a former world champion. And it's a new area record. Asian record for Ito in second, 17:35. But 17:06 the winning time for Raymond Martin. 300ths of a second. Hernandez was clear of Bush. Hernandez is definitely through. It's the next 2 fastest losers who qualify, and Beat Bush does qualify for the final as a fastest loser. And so too does Leonardo Perez from the first heat. So Jung Dai does not make it. Excellent start by Martin. Obviously, slower racers, slower starters than the 53s or the 54s who've got a lot more power in the body. Martin got through so well. Aiming to be the man to beat again here. He is the defending world champion, but only silver for him in Rio in the Paralympic Games, having won 4 goals in London 2012 and 5 goals in Lyon at the World Championships of the Standard Row.
He set a South American record and he's next into the circle.
So the Asian record, by the way, of Oya in the previous heat has been beaten by his compatriot Ito. Raymond Martin wins 17.06. Ito, the Asian record, 17.35. Hernandez goes through in 3rd, as does Beat Bush in 4th for Switzerland.
It's 1587, came in the opening round.
The track action now over to tonight.
Guaranteed a medal.
But the long jump isn't.
As Japan,
1565,
as we head into the final jumps in the women's long jump T64, it is Saki Takakura of Japan. 5:04, her best so far. She's in 6th position. Marlene van Gansenwinkel leads up the top. Walsh of Australia and Nakanishi of Japan has snuck ahead of Beatrice Hatz of the USA into 3rd. Well, 5:04 is what she has so far. Now to get into the medals, it's not that far off actually. She needs to find 12 centimetres. Very close indeed. The wind seems to have subsided. Big last jump required. And she's up there around the 5 metre mark. It's a white flag that's been given.
China will take the silver, and the final throw of the competition will
Slight bit of drag as she
and the new world champion
hit the sand there, to be expected with that prosthetic.
What's he got? We had a world record in round
That
2.
takeoff-wise is pretty much perfect.
Come on. Come on, big lads.
Yeah, they like it. They like it indeed.
And he steps out after it. It's a red flag.
But it doesn't improve. 487.
And the world title.
She'll stay in 6th place.
Bronze goes to Hernan Ura of Argentina.
Two Dutch athletes in this.
Of China.
With
Gold goes to Kusinin Novikov.
Fleur Yong, 23 years of age, from Permanent. In 5th position. You can see what she needs there. 11 centimetres would take her into the bronze medal position. Well, that's out over the 5 metre mark, but she actually jumped quite a distance back from the board.
That was Fleur Yong's last attempt to get on the podium. She's in 5th place for Netherlands in the
So she's got a few centimetres there she could have worked with, maybe 15 or so.
It's very, very close. There's only... Oh, she's moved up in the bronze. She's moved up in the
But let's
bronze.
see what she's come up with. Has she gone far enough?
4 jumps to come. There is only 20.
Well, I can tell you she has done exactly what I said she needed to do. She has gone 1 centimetre above Nakanishi and into the bronze medal position. Sarah Walsh of Australia.
4 jumps remaining, including this one.
Gets ready for her final attempt. She's in 2nd position at the moment.
5 at 5:20. She's just 4 centimetres behind the lead.
21 years of age, from Sydney. Resides in Canberra at the moment. Started para-athletics at school at age 9. Well, I had a bit of a look. I thought she might have gone too far then, but she's been given the white flag. Made a debut in Doha 4 years ago.
So she's not guaranteed a medal of any colour yet.
Do you wonder why she's got the last name Walsh? Both her parents were born in Ireland.
4:93, no improvement. She remains in 2nd. Next is the athlete off the podium at the moment, but with the last chance, Maya Nakanishi of Japan is in 4th.
So she equalled the area record with 5:20, 4:93. Doesn't improve, but at the moment, she has a silver medal. Things could change very rapidly indeed, though. She'll be hoping they don't. Smile on her face with Fleur Yong, who's up into 3rd. Good to see. They're waiting to see if they stay in the medal positions. As Maya Nakanishi
So we've got the measurements from them.
knows what she needs to do.
93 for Sarah Walsh.
A season best of 5:15 with her 5th and penultimate jump of the competition. Here comes the last one, the pressure.
So let's get behind
It's building.
these remaining long jump
She waits
They've got the whole stage
for the pit to be cleared
It's the last action of
and to be
day
given the
5.
green light to take off. Now she's got it.
Two of them are athletes who've been edged off the podium at the moment. So the countdown clock begins.
How's your
Maya
nerves?
Nakanishi of Japan.
استعداد اللعبة
Here we go. Let's get behind her.
Well, here we go. Time to find out if she can lift herself up into those medal positions. It is minuscule, the difference at the moment. There is 1 centimetre in it. Well, that looks all right. That looks really good indeed. She might even go further than just getting into 3rd place. That is an absolute cracking jump from Maya Nakanishi of Japan. Well, she waits. She's happy. She hopes. Well, it is not only into 3rd or 2nd, she's gone 1st. A season best, 5:37. Maya Nakanishi, with her final jump, has taken over the gold medal position. That is incredible. Well, I said, how's your nerve? When the pressure came on, her nerve is fantastic. Absolutely perfect on the board, perfect on the jump, and perfect with the distance. What a topsy-turvy T64 final this has been. Outstanding athleticism.
So the cone is off. Let's get behind Hatz for the USA. Final jump for her.
So Beatrice Hatz now finds herself in 5th position. Last time she was up, she was 3rd. Well, she's at the board, and unfortunately for the 19-year-old, she's gone no further. So, she will finish in 5th position in her first major championships. Not far over at all, but enough. Enough.
That's going across to have a look at the mark in the plasticine as the plasticine is replaced. Hashtag go try.
Well, Hatz was with pure joy earlier when she was in the middle positions and elation. 5:11, new area record. She'll learn plenty from this, and she'll come back much stronger, and she's got a big, big career ahead of her.
Is it going to be gold or silver for Nakanishi? Van Gansenwinkel led for 5 rounds of this contest. Here we go, let's get behind her.
So here goes Marleen van Gansenwinkel. And that, unfortunately for her, isn't going to be what she wants. It is a white flag, but I'm not too sure whether she's going to get the distance she wants. She seems to like it. She seems to look at it and think, do you know what? This might get me there. But now she's shaking her head and realizes that she didn't really get the takeoff she wanted. It was very flat. And Japan are on their way to getting a gold medal. Maya Nakanishi of Japan. She was 3rd in London 2 years ago with a jump of 5 meters exactly then. She's gone 37 centimeters further, a season best for her. Her lifetime best is another 14 centimeters further on, but who cares? She's won. Van Gansenwinkel gives her a cuddle. She appreciates something. She's seen greatness in that last jump. Sarah Walsh from Australia with a new area record picks up the bronze, but it's all about Japan, and it's all about Maya Nakanishi, who's picked up a gold medal in the women's long jump T64 final. The first time ever that she's won a major global medal.
And on the scoreboard, you see the Arab Emirates for
Wonderful scenes.
You look at this guy. You look at this
Wonderful
guy.
finish. And that last round
And now
was
you
as
look at
good
me.
as you will see in any form of athletics or para-athletics. Wonderful stuff, wonderful commitment, and wonderful scenes at the end of sportsmanship and camaraderie.
And ladies, let's do a big scream in 3, okay? Okay? So 1, 2, 3.
Japan first, Netherlands second, Australia third.
So thank you very much for your attendance at this session. Well done.
Great to see.
Volunteers and officials and across the athletes. Thank you to you for your support.
Well, if you'd have seen Nakanishi's face before her last jump, you'd have thought she's in trouble. She concentrated with a season best 5:37. She gets the gold. Van Gansenwinkel second, and Sarah Walsh from Australia picking up the bronze.
في بطولة العالم لألعاب القوى دبي 2019. نشكر المتطوعين لجهودهم الجبارة خلال البطولة. شكرا جزيلا لجمهورنا العزيز. نلتقي إن شاء الله غدا في اليوم الخامس لبطولة دبي الدولية 2019.
And the Dutch so close to 2 medals. The men's high jump T64 reaching its climax. We're down to 2. Jonathan Broom-Edwards and Temirberk Giyazev. He's already cleared an Asian record, 196. This for 199. And he's got it! Magnificent leap by Giyazev. Puts him into the lead after Broom-Edwards needed 3 attempts to clear that just a few moments ago. And another Asian record. Broom-Edwards, so many efforts to clear 199. This for 2 meters, 0-2, his third and final attempt. Giyazev has missed all 3. If Broom-Edwards doesn't get it, it's silver. If he gets it, it's gold for the first time. And he has! Broom-Edwards is the world champion for Great Britain. And quite a bit to spare too. He's a 2:15 jumper in his career, but hasn't jumped much this season prior to it. 2:02, and he's done it after all those silvers. 3 world silvers previously, Paralympic silver, European silver and bronze. Jonathan Broom-Edwards takes the title now. Cleared 2 meters 02, and that's all he had to do. Giyazev, the Asian record 199. Suzuki with bronze for a T64 joint world record. The others are T44s. Jonathan Broom-Edwards finally gets his gold. What a night of thrilling action. Holly Arnold, championship record to retain the women's javelin, 44.73. Holly Robinson, silver again, behind Holly Arnold for New Zealand. And Nieves Murillo with an America's record for Venezuela, getting the bronze.
Men's discus throw F56. Batista dos Santos with a championship record, 45.92, picks up the gold. Yurgis Kandinya of India with a silver. And Musiev of Azerbaijan takes the bronze.
Women's shot put F32, championship record. Gold for Anastasia Moskalenko of Ukraine for the victory. Galaktianova, the silver for Russia. Gazmi, the bronze for Algeria. Noura Altebi with an Asian record in 4th for United Arab Emirates. Men's shot put F-35s produced a world record. Kuznedin Norbikov, 17 meters 32. Fu Jinhan, the silver for China. And Enan Emmanuel Ura, America's record, bronze for Argentina.
So China have extended their lead at the top of the table. 31 medals in total, 13 gold, 13 silver and 5 bronze. Ukraine up there in second. Great Britain now up to 6 gold medals. Australia with the bronze there to Sarah Shaw, picking up that one there. So they've moved further ahead. New Zealand in 18th position. The US up in 11th, moving their way further ahead. Iran in 20th, just behind Poland. South Africa, Japan with that gold there just a moment or two ago in the T46 long jump, have moved into 22nd position. Hungary down there in 29th. As we move all the way down, Serbia, Czech Republic, France, Jordan, Kuwait and Namibia, all with 1 gold each. Timothy Adolphe with that medal for France this evening. Silvers for all of those besides the UAE who have a bronze as well. Indonesia with that 1 bronze down the bottom in 56th position in the medal standings. So what a day it's been here on day 5 at the 2019 World Para-Athletics Championships in Dubai. There is so much more to look forward to on day 6, where there'll be 23 golds on offer. 5 will be in the morning session. There will be 18 in the evening session. All of that to look forward to. Thanks for your company over the last few hours. For myself, Tolson Toller and Will Downing, bye for now.